All right. So, last time in the sprawl, the runners immediately begin brainstorming and mapping out a plan for getting the reality hackers' crypto algorithms. They discuss how to use Tagami and their contacts from Tiffany to avoid notice and gain access to off-limit areas. They grill Tagami about her meeting with the hackers last week, as well as analyze a 3D map they compiled from the Spiderbot pictures. Sig also applies Dith's little black book of contacts to purchase some rigger security gear. Dith pulls through and gets a line on all the gear to be picked up in a few days. The team spends the time before the reality hackers party preparing and refining the plan. Red also creates a special chip or special set chip for Tagami that should throw an error at an opportune time. Eventually, the night of the party rolls around, and the first to arrive are Bull and Red, escorting their contacts from Tiffany, named Candy and Rose. They breeze by security and begin to mingle with the rest of the revelers. A short while after Tagami and her entourage arrive, Dith, Sam, and Sig arrive. The maitre d' is surprisingly shocked to see Miss Yamada, and stumbling over his own words, escorts them inside. A ripple through the crowd becomes a wave as everyone in attendance realizes Tagami Yamada has just arrived. Though the sharp eyes of Samton and Red notice that not everyone is excited to see her. A few individuals appear to take great interest in Miss Yamada and her companions, but the brief glance is lost in the sea of people. The performers are herded into the green room under the stage. The maitre d' hastily excuses himself. A few minutes later, Johnny Five walks in, flanked by two large hackers. Gold Cyborg gleaming, and introduces himself to Tagami's entourage. He leaves wishing them a good show, but his two companions stay to chaperone Tagami. Dith and the others head to the second floor to get a look around, and on his way back down stops by Candy and Red to invite them to meet Tagami. They agree and meet in the green room. After Dith convinces the two chaperones to step outside, he slides Red his cyber deck before he and Candy leave. Dith then takes Sig's spider drone and casually releases it. Dith takes Sig's spider drone, casually releases it on the wall near the bar. Sig takes control and navigates it up the wall without drawing too much attention. She then positions it to get a good view of the third floor and the rigger security room. Meanwhile, a shady character walks up to Candy and begins asking her about Tagami and talking to her about Tagami and asking her to go somewhere private. Red interjects and tells him to move along. He pushes back a bit but relents and promises to see Red again with a few friends. Back in the green room, Dith activates the failure mode in the set chip as everyone gets ready to make their move on the upper levels. So I think that's where you were.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So Red and Samton are somewhere on the main floor, right?
Red and Bull.
Yeah, Red and Bull. Samton and Dith and Sig, as well as Tagami, are underneath the stage in the prep room, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so you activate the failure mode, right, Dith?
Yeah.
And then you
And
went to,
remember- Yeah, we called
talk
that
to
guard. Yeah, and he made a call to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then let Red know to expect someone coming down.
The spider bot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pinged up on that person
Okay.
leaving.
So yeah, he steps away, Dith, and makes a call. It's only a few words, and then he hangs up and he says, "Don't worry, someone will be down." And he just sort of walks away, but doesn't leave this time. Sort of stays in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diff will kind of stay on his ear a little bit, like, man, we need this fucking fixed. Tagami can't perform without this shit. I mean, God, the pyrotechnics are a huge part of her performance. I mean, right after the end of her opening set and before the fucking encore, we've got a whole thing that we... Jesus Christ, it's so fucked.
He's just sort of staring at you through his cyber eyes, nodding every once in a while. And at the end of your spiel, it's like, look, just grab a smoke, hang on, he'll be here in a minute, alright? There's nothing I can do to help you. I don't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah, Dithel will kind of just pace the room and look uneasy about the whole thing.
Okay. Red, after a few minutes, or not Red, I guess it would be
Oh.
Sig would be the first to see. You see on the third floor, the door to the dormitories opened up, and you see a guy sort of like hastily scrambling out, maybe like pulling up his pants or something, and he throws on a jacket or something and starts coming downstairs. That's the only real movement you see, besides a few people hanging out on the banisters up there, and maybe one or two people walking downstairs.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll notify Red, kind of quietly, like while I'm typing away at the entertainment programming assembly or whatever. I'll kind of whispering to my micro transceiver and let Red know, hey, you got someone coming down from up top.
Okay. Give me a perception check to see how much you can actually distinguishing features you can notice.
Okay.
So it would be
Sensor?
yeah, plus your personal personal perception as a complementary skill.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
You still need one success on the base test to get for secondary to matter.
Gotcha. Sorry, I don't have the spider-bot sensor rating right now. Kind of the pilot, but it's not helpful.
One sec. Vehicle streams. I'm just getting a baseline. Okay. Raku arachnoid. Sensor is 1.
Uh-huh.
This
Let's go, baby.
doesn't have too good of a sensor suite. And the lighting in here is pretty meh.
Oh. And here's my documentary, if it matters.
Okay. So you see this guy has sort of he's sort of like his head is like half shaven, and like the rest of his hair is sort of like combed slicked back and off to the side. Looks to be human, though he could be elf. It's kind of hard to tell in the light. And yeah, he sort of has this you can definitely see the glint of some cyberware he's got on him. Definitely got a few plugs on the shaved side of his head. And it looks like he's wearing a sort of olive drab sort of army jacket, along with sort of tan pants and some combat boots or something. And that's really all you can notice from the spider bot.
Okay.
And assume you feed that to Red, give him a better
Yeah.
picture of who he's waiting for. Okay.
Right.
Alright, so yeah, Red, you get that information. You're set up near the stairs or something, or are you not? Are you more further away, trying not to avoid suspicion?
Yeah, I'd probably be. I assume that this guy would need to gain access into the stage the same way that we were in there before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd kind of be not too close to that entrance. I mean, that entrance is kind of close to the stairwell too, correct?
It's like at, it would be like at this point of the,
Oh, it's that. Okay.
yeah.
See. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I'd be kind of floating around, probably on the right half of the floor, just trying to keep an eye on the stairwell and kind of, yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay. Yeah, you see a guy matching Red's description. now that you're a little closer, you notice that he is an elf. Definitely the taller, thinner sort of body of one, and the telltale ears from one side of his head that's free of hair. Yeah, and he starts walking down, sort of half stumbling, half not, over towards the stage.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of lean into, with Candy or Rose, I forget which one.
I think you're with Candy.
Yeah, I think it was Candy with you. And just kind of try to point him out nonchalantly, and just kind of say, I think that's our man.
She just sort of nods back at you, or like she's like carrying on a conversation with like several other people, but you know, she gives you this sort of like telltale nod and glance in between sentences.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, after maybe 10-15 minutes, the door to the green room under the stage opens up, and you see this elf walk in.
Yeah, Diff will spin on his heels immediately and kind of march over. Leland Schwartz here, triple platinum producer. Look, this shit needs to get fixed right now, all right?
He just sort of like looks at you, then he like sort of pats himself and pulls out like a pack of cigarettes, takes one out, lights it up like right in your face, takes a big drag. He's like, "Yeah, so what's the problem?"
Look, my tech guy will know what you're talking about, but
Who the fuck's the tech guy?
Look, just fucking know that Tagami needs this shit fixed soon. Yeah, over here.
Sort of
Alexa.
like, yeah. He follows you over. He looks at Sig. So you're the one I'm talking to.
Hey, yeah. So the cooling rig wasn't establishing a connection with the back receivers, and so the sparks wouldn't ignite properly. Here, look at this code. Look at this code.
Give me some sort of
Mechanical
check.
engineering.
Sure. It'll be a pretty long shot because you're nowhere near an expert in stage ringing.
Let's go.
So he takes another drag of his cigarette, flicks off some ash, and then blows it out. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but none of that makes any sense.
Well, what? Look at the problem here. Look at the error message.
Are you new?
I mean,
He looks at you and then at Diff.
Look, Tagami goes through staff like Kleenex. All right, let's just. Lex is new on the job. The old guy quit in a huff, so she was the best I could find at such short notice.
hey, I'm pretty good.
Look, Alexa, let's just
Doesn't
cut
sound
some
like
shit,
it.
All right, you're not that great, but look, she can at least diagnose shit. All right.
All right, move over.
All right, she'll begrudgingly move over.
All right, he just sort of pulls out like sort of or he like extends a sort of data jack cord from his head over to the panel, and like while he's still like smoking, like talking to you guys, making small talk, you can definitely tell he's running some diagnostics and everything.
Huh.
You guys doing anything while he's checking your work?
Is the other guy still in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Diff will kind of head over to him and then kind of hush tones. Look, this guy better know what he's fucking doing here. We got multi-platinum artists on the stage. We can't be putting her in danger with this shit.
He says,
Is
"Relax."
this the best guy you got?
He's the one who set everything up. He's the one who runs everything single-handedly. He'll be able to solve your problem. So he's still...
So- Yeah, I guess Sig will just be watching him work.
Okay. So... Red, you designed the chip, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you give me a computer's programming roll? the specialty, if not just regular computers. Versus his abilities. So wait, your computers is 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets one success, you get 1 success.
All right.
Okay, so he looks through and he's like, he finishes a cigarette, just tosses it to the side casually, unplugs his jack, and then he like motions to you, Sig, and he's like, "See here," and he's brought up this sort of code on the one of the vid screens there. There's your problem. Some asshole put a colon where he meant to put a bracket.
Oh my, yeah, of course.
Did you do this?
No. Yes. Maybe.
I think it's left over from that old tech guy that we let go last week. God damn, Alexa, I told you to fucking skim over his code and make sure.
I worked on it. I did. I did. I just.
Well, it's just surprising. The rest of it is immaculate, but out of nowhere, there's a pretty simple error.
I might have tinkered a little bit.
Ah, fuck, Alexa, god damn it. Ah, shit.
Well, thanks for fixing it.
My pleasure. He takes out another cigarette, lights it up. He's like, "We done here?" I was in the middle of something.
Alexa, is that it?
Sure. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
He just sort of
Last fucking
starts
show you're
walking out.
doing with us, by the way. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Oh no! Come on, here. I'll make sure everything runs smoothly.
It better goddamn run smoothly. I'm gonna besmirch your fucking name to the entire industry. Look, yeah, sorry for bringing you down here. I guess it was a simple fucking error.
He just sort of like waves his hand. He's like, whatever. He starts walking out of the green room. The other guy sort of like follows him, closes the door behind him, but stays inside.
Sig will radio in to Red that hey, they're elf guy and the guard are they're on the move.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Red, you see him coming out the same way he went in. New cigarette in his mouth, just sort of winding his way through the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll kind of, not necessarily cut him off, but kind of, I guess, position Candy and myself kind of on a collision course with that guy.
Okay. Candy sort of looks at you and she's like, "We moving now, or?"
Yes.
She says, "All right." So you sort of position yourself between them, and then let's see. Okay. So you sort of position yourself, and Candy sort of like grabs a drink from a nearby server pot, and as she's turning around, she times it pretty well so that she bumps right into this rigger, spilling some of her drink on him, and she sort of excuses herself, and starts like drying him off with her handkerchief or something she has in her purse. They start making small talk. Let's see. Actually, does someone want to roll for Candy?
Sure.
Okay. It's her basic
Fuck it
etiquette
up.
is like 66.
66.
Mm-hmm.
66 or 60s.
She has 66. No. Yeah, it's 66. Okay. Red, you can tell that he's pretty interested. He offers to buy her another drink. They talk a little bit. So the plan was that you informed her that she was to get this guy somewhere alone and then try to make the grab.
I guess it was to, I guess, number one, get the guard, and number 2 to get her and myself up onto the 3rd floor.
Okay. So they're talking. You can tell she's kind of casing him a little bit. Like she's like touching him, putting her hand on him, but in places where she's like sort of like feeling for stuff. Like, does he have it in his coat pocket, in his side? So she's searching him, and eventually the conversation goes to. She asks him if there's somewhere more quiet that they can talk, and he brings up. He's like, "Yeah, I've got a bunk on the 3rd floor. If you'd care to join me." I already had some company, but there's doesn't hurt for one more. She sort of laughs, and then he like looks at you, and he's like, "Is that one with you?" Do you say anything, Red, or do you let her?
I mean, it seemed like the question was more directed towards Candy, so I kind of let her answer it.
Okay. Yeah, she says, she's not just any working girl, she, girls like her, demand at least some sort of protection. And he just sort of shrugs. And he's like, "Oh, if he wants to watch, I suppose he can watch." And they sort of laugh. And then he sort of like takes her by the hand and starts leading her back upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of follow.
Okay. Yeah, they go up 2nd floor and then over to the entrance to the way up to the 3rd floor. And at the there's one guy just sort of watching the stairs, talking with a few other reality hackers. He sort of glances at the guy. He says, "She's with me, and I guess he's with her, if you know what I mean." And the guy sort of like looks you and Candy up and down. He goes over to you, Red, and he's like, "Do you have any form of like credential?"
No.
It's Candy sort of like jumps in between you two after you say that, and she's like, this should be all the credentials you need." And she sort of passes him sort of like this tiny little data sheet. It's kind of like a business card looking thing, and it has Madame Belmont's on it, and sort of her name and picture and stuff. Sort of like an advertisement kind of thing. And he just sort of looks at it, looks at you. He says, "All right, that's fine. But if anything happens, Reggie, it's your fucking fault." He's like, "I'll tell you what's gonna happen." And then they just sort of laugh, and he goes upstairs. You follow. Yeah, and eventually they get to the 3rd floor, the entrance to the sort of dormitories in the northwest corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they go inside. Do you follow, or do you stay outside?
No, I would stay outside. I'd be kind of particularly interested in seeing if there's any like regular movements that are happening on this floor, or where people are located, or just that kind of stuff, or if it's pretty deserted.
No, there's a few people hanging around. Maybe there's some people who just not into crowds, so they're up here just sort of hanging on the balcony watching the show. Obviously, reality hackers are the only people really up here, besides you and Candy. But yeah, there's like a few people, definitely concentrating more on the show and like what's going on down there than anything else. Maybe have like their own personal bottle of booze and they're just hanging out up here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just wait, I guess, outside for a little bit.
Just
Okay.
FYI, in the meantime, as soon as the technician left, Dith would busy everyone below stage to be getting ready to start the show.
Okay.
So, making sure everything's in order and making sure Tagami's ready to get on stage.
Yeah, everything else is good. Tagami actually comes over to you, Sig, and helps make sure the disc is up to snuff now that they've quote-unquote fixed it. Everything's good. Okay.
Rockin' and rolling.
So, Dith, you're rolling for Candy?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you roll 5d6 for me?
Can I spend my own karma for her?
Yeah,
Or-
sure.
Okay. Actually, I'll probably spend karma for this. Speak of the devil. 5d6 again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do. Lucky for you, I'm rolling worse than you.
It's the same roll that I got initially.
So, Red, you hear a thump on the other side of the door. Not too loud, but there wasn't much noise coming from the room itself. And Dith, roll another 5d6 for me. Okay. Okay, then you hear sort of you hear a female scream. You can tell it's not Candy, but it's someone else.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you do anything right away?
Is it just a scream? Does it sound like a scream?
It's not like a
pleasure?
blood curdling scream, but it's like a shout of surprise.
Okay. No, I mean I wouldn't. If it's definitely not, if I don't recognize it as Candy's voice, I wouldn't do anything right away.
Okay. So then you hear footsteps like running up to the door, and then the door opens and there's this half-naked girl standing there, and she like just runs headlong into like the back of you. I'm guessing you're standing in front of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
You see Candy like running up behind her, still mostly clothed, but somewhere in between getting unclothed and something else. And she's like running up behind her. Still standing there.
Can I tell if she's like trying to just get to me, or if she's trying to get towards this girl, or?
Candy's trying to like run after her, basically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of.
You also see the rigger, like half slumped over the bed. Like his feet are up on the bed and his head is like off, and his upper torso is like off on the bed. And, like he's obviously unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I kind of. So wait, am I facing away from the door or towards the door?
I'd assume you like turned around when you felt this person, like the door open and this person run headlong into your back and like stumble back over.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd kind of turn fully around and kind of not necessarily push her back in, but yeah, but essentially push her back in.
Okay. Do you walk in too and or do you just push her back in and then close the door and stay outside, or what do you do?
I'd walk in too.
Okay, so you walk in, sort of get ready to restrain her, close the door behind you. Yeah, Candy says, yeah, grab her.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you definitely have like the best initiative, so you would be able to do something first.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd try to grab her and restrain her and probably gag her with my dick. I mean, no, just gag her.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Okay.
Versus hers. Okay, so she got 1, you got
3,
4.
4.
So yeah, you just sort of like come down on top of her. You pin her arms to the ground. She goes to like make a scream. This time, probably much louder. You muffle her face. Candy sort of comes up behind you.
So erotic.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Candy like sort of like comes running up behind her, like slides down to the ground, and you feel her like slap something over her heart. Let's see.
Candy's packing.
Yeah, and she like lets out a scream into your hand, but then it sort of just like fades away, and her eyes close, and she just like slumps unconscious. Candy sort of looks up and she's like, "Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, no problem.
I got the lover boy over there all right, but I didn't anticipate his other date being so feisty."
Yeah, you can't predict them all. So did you manage to get the key card?
She says, "I was just about to. Here, drag her over to the bed, make it look convincing."
All right.
She peels off the slap patch she just put on the woman. Says she shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll drag her on over into the same bed, I guess, and
Okay.
stage
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so she sort of like starts searching the rigger while you're there. And she comes up with maybe a couple cred sticks, some sort of data card, a coil of like data cord, data jack line, so on and so forth. What else? Yeah, I don't think he's wearing much else or has much else
Does
on
the
him.
data jack line seem to be like configured for this particular area, or like this place? I would assume it would be, or is it just like a normal kind of?
I mean, it's like a USB cord. It's
Okay,
like just
yeah,
general
yeah.
purpose stuff.
Okay.
He's got several data jack points in his head. He probably has a few spares on him at all
Gotcha.
times. Also might have even used it, or wanted to use it during the fun times. Who knows? Yeah, so you have this card and a few data cred sticks that he had on him.
And I'm assuming it's just him in here. There's nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
There's other people watching all of this. What are you guys doing?
No. There's beds for maybe like 5 or 6 other people, but there's no one in here right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I tell Candy that I need to get into the room in the mid-northern section.
She looks at you and she's sort of like, I better stay here if at least a little bit while longer to make it look convincing.
Yeah, I agree. I'll come get you when I'm done.
She nods. She nods and says, "Yeah, if anything goes down, I'll take that thing." She nods over to the fireman's pole that runs all the way down to the first floor.
Sounds good. And I'll kind of take a second just to kind of report into to Darkstar. Just kind of let him know that I have a key card and I'm gonna try moving into the room. Everything's good so far.
Okay.
All right, all clear for the performance. So Div will start getting the downstage ready for ready to get the act started. So ideally, we could cause a bit of a distraction with this huge opening number.
Okay. Yeah.
Red.
Sagami nods and says, "Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever." So you want her to get her on stage right now?
Yeah, I'll make sure that I'll check with Alexa, make sure everything's running, everything's in order.
Good to go, boss.
All right, running on schedule for the first time in years.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of usher Takami out. The two chaperones are there. They sort of clear a way through the crowd up to the stairs to the stage.
Yeah, and okay. I didn't know if there was like a dramatic entrance that she had planned for the first number, like rising up out of the stage.
The stage isn't that
Okay.
well made, but yeah, the lights are down. She walks out on stage in the dark. It's just her solo performer. Sort of has this like microphone in her hand, and yeah, the lights come on, solo on her, and sort of she and like you can hear, I don't know what the sound of like 100 USBs plugging in, but that's the sound you hear as like she sort of like as the music's rising, she sort of plugs in to the thing, and you see this light sort of like spider web out and everything, all the SimSense wiring sort of lights up, and everyone sort of connects, and the music starts playing, and her number's going on. Do any of you plug in?
No, not yet. But Dith will be out from understage as she's starting her first number,
Mm-hmm.
kind of smiling admiringly, and just trying to look like he's really, he's into this.
Okay.
But he's gonna soon kind of depart and start walking through the crowd, trying to look for the guys that Samson saw when he first came in.
Yeah. Sig will plug in. She's kind of monitoring the performance.
Mm-hmm.
In case anyone walks in and it's like, hey, you're supposed to be. What the fuck are you doing?
Okay. So yeah, so as she begins, like her singing and the music and stuff and her performance is good. But as she starts to play, like suddenly the crowd just starts, or at least everyone plugged in, just sort of starts moving and sort of acting in unison. They're all sort of like with the chorus and everything, and that's what you see, Dith. And then Sig, as you plug in, all of a sudden, like you start to feel like the excitement and anticipation from everyone else hooked up, and yeah, it's quite overwhelming at first. But I assume you've probably been to SimSense shows before. I don't know if you're a big proponent.
Once or twice, but yeah, I know. Sig, yeah.
You ever been to a SimSense show on Crane? But yeah, it's something else entirely once you actually plug into the sort of shared experience of everyone else, and sort of where Tagami's strength really lies is being sort of the maestro of this sort of shared consciousness. She's able to sort of direct it and bring it into crescendo and points of rest and everything, and she's just a masterful at doing that, bringing everyone together and having everyone sort of flow.
Dith will maybe after the first song finishes, maybe as she's starting her second piece, you'll kind of see if she's able to kind of get the crowd to encourage, like she wants everyone in the building to be down here, like as part of this mass that is like, so I would ask if she could like try to call down, like coax down the people on the second and the third floor who are just kind of lingering, and almost kind of pressure the crowd into like applauding those people on to come down and join them in this like shared experience.
Okay. Yeah, you can already see that that's going on. Like everyone is sort of like, if you thought it was crowded before, everyone's just, it's like everyone's just pushing further and further to get closer and closer to the stage, and hanging out. People are scrambling for an extra plug to hook up to this show. But yeah, she you tell it to her over like her she's got probably like an earpiece in, probably most performers do, and to hear like production and stuff. So you tell her that, and she just sort of like nods imperceptibly in the middle of her set. And yeah, and you see people just sort of like everyone just sort of like holds up their hands in unison, and they like look up and just sort of like call out to everyone up there, and people start filing down. Not everyone though, but a fair amount of the people, and everyone is, and even if they're not coming down, everyone's sort of captivated by what's going on downstairs.
And I assume Sampton came up with us. He's probably just standing next to the stage.
Yeah,
just
he's
there
probably,
in case
yeah,
anyone jumps up there.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of as people are kind of, I guess, shuffling. I assume I would notice people moving from the third floor to go downstairs.
Yeah, one or like there was maybe like 3 people up to there to begin with.
Okay. Oh.
Just hanging out. Like there's a guy at the bottom of the stairs from the 3rd floor who's obviously watching over it. He doesn't go down. There's 1 or 2 guys hanging out that are obviously pretty inebriated, who are probably too drunk to stand. They just sort of stay where they are, leaning on the rails. But yeah, it's mostly the 2nd floor that clears out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll probably at this point try to start moving towards the security room.
Okay. Why don't you give me a stealth check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's pretty captivated by the show, so it'll pretty tough to see you. I'll give you like a +4. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Yep. Everyone's way too captivated with the sort of lights and dancing downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, and you make your way over to the rigger security room on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I'll assume there's like a badge reader or something in front of it.
Yeah, there's a badge reader and a keypad on the side of the door next to the mag lock.
So I guess I'll just scan the security badge, I guess.
Okay. You see a light flash green, and then the keypad sort of lights up.
Okay. Is there any are there any numbers on the actual on the badge itself?
No. It's just it's got the name Reggie sort of written on it in permanent marker, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. What is? Does it prompt for how many digits there are?
No.
Okay.
There's no sort of indicator of numbers. It's just a numpad.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably at that point try to make my way back to the dorm room and
Okay.
probably try to talk it over with Candy, see if she can find anything, or I'll help look, see if there's something in the dorm rooms that might help.
Okay. Give me, I guess, a perception check to search around in here. Someone want to roll Candy's. Hers would be 5d6 as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you search. You search the bed where he was, and you actually realize it was someone else's bed. And you search around a little bit, and you find what you think is his locker. It's got a lot of like electronic parts and gizmos and stuff, and even an old remote control deck. It doesn't work. You tried, flicking it on and off. It's broken or depowered or something. But yeah, no. He's got maybe like a cell phone, like a smartphone thing, but that's about it. Besides a bunch of miscellaneous junk and a few bottles of scotch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try to quickly flick through the cell phone a little bit to see if I can find anything contained in there.
Okay, cell phone is locked and probably encrypted.
Can I see if there's some kind of like SIM card or something that's plugged into the phone itself that I could possibly take out?
Yeah, give me electronics build repair.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't look like this phone has a sort of standalone SIM card or anything like that. And looking any deeper would, I mean, you've already voided the warranty, but looking any deeper might deactivate the whole thing. You don't know what kind of anti-hack measures it has.
Okay. Don't think I can just randomly guess numbers. Hopes that it works. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll, since it doesn't seem like there's anything here that could be of use, I guess I'll go back to the door, and kind of look at the like numpad generator to see if I can possibly like bust that open and try to trick it into giving like a positive read.
Okay, so you're going back to the security room.
Yep.
And like, okay. Do you have any tool you're using to pop off the front of this reader or anything?
I mean, I probably wouldn't have anything on me in particular, apart from just my normal decking stuff. I don't think anything would particularly help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, while you were searching that room, you would have probably stumbled across a bevy of like knives and small caliber firearms and stuff.
Yeah, I probably would have grabbed something.
Okay, so you grab like a simple knife. So yeah, give me a strength check.
Okay.
I'll say your target number is like 8. Yeah. Okay. So you sort of like move it around the back of it until you find like a little gap or a little defect in its sort of flushed design. And you wedge your knife tip in there and then sort of twist up and over, and the thing like pops open. And yeah, you see like a circuit board for this this numpad.
I mean, can I do like an electronics to try and force it, like essentially to generate like the positive read thing that I was talking about?
Yeah, you can do it sort of two ways, I guess. You can try to like, if you could hook up your deck or something to this.
Okay.
You could try to like overload it using your computer skill. If you want to just like hotwire it, that would be like your electronics build and repair.
Yeah, I'd probably try to hotwire it.
Okay.
Well, if I were to hook up my deck, would I use my decking skill or?
Yeah, you use You wouldn't use computer skill. You're not technically decking, so you
Okay.
wouldn't use
Yeah, I would
computer stacking.
go with the hotwire route then.
Okay. Give me a roll. It'll probably be. I mean, you've gotten good access to it, so it'll probably be like target number 9. These things are made secure. All right, you got 1 success. Okay, so you don't manage to find the all access, like the clean read. You do, however, get it to sort of like into some sort of like error debug mode.
Okay.
Which sort of disables it, and it's like swipe. You hear this, or you see this little readout like on an internal LED, sort of like BIOS lights, but more complex, and it says sort of like swipe administrative card or something to reconfigure.
Yeah, so I'll swipe the card I have.
Okay. The LEDs go from mostly red to green, and it says, input new password.
Does it specify how many digits it needs to be?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay.
8, 9.
Once you get to like 7, it's like password accepted.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
And so then I guess I'll just try to quickly patch it back up, and I'll swipe my card.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You also know like this. What you've done would be immediately recognizable, but you mean you're in. But with only 1
Okay.
success, it's like it's not like you left a very good trail.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll swipe it, and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Yep. The door maglock releases. The door slides open, and you see this sort of like room with walls just full of like switches and LEDs and readout panels and monitors and stuff. And you see like a bevy of camera monitors on one of the trid screens, and it's just like filtering through each one with the rest in sort of like picture-in-picture mode.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll just kind of get right into trying to jack in. Obviously, I'll close the door behind me, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hook in basically anywhere, but is there any particular system you wanted to interface with directly? Like the ones that are immediately noticeable are like climate control, camera control. There's one that looks to be for like the handling the sort of what's it called, like SimSense network and stuff like that.
I mean, I think the first thing I want to do is try to open up a backdoor into the system, with the hope that what's his not Bryce, yeah, not Brant. that Bryce is watching
for him all along. Okay. I mean, you can. I'm just asking. Like, you can interface with anything and probably get around to whatever you want to do. But
Okay.
I'm just wondering if you want to jump into something first.
That would probably be the first thing that I'd want to jump into.
Okay, so you basically just plug into like one of the back like servers or something. You're not sure what it is or what it does, but you plug into that. So give me a log on to host operation. Let me also bring up the actual host. Okay, so what is your access?
My access is
Or actually, wait, no, it's deception utility.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Access is what you're testing against. Okay.
yeah, 6.
All right, give me a roll. Right. And your detection factor is 6, right?
Yep.
All right, you get in. You can tell the system fought you pretty hard, but you maybe from the few minutes you like a 20, the few minutes you had with Reggie, you sort of maybe figured like out like what his sort of password hash table proclivities would be. Like maybe he's got haggis on there somewhere or something, and you type that in, and yeah, you're in. You're in some sort of, let's see, let me roll for a random system you're in. Okay, you're in the, what would it be? You're in the SimSense system, but it's not the main stage one. It's sort of like the offshoot one on the ground floor that was for like smaller shows and like games and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep, you're in there.
So I don't know, is this... Can I tell if this is able to be... This particular, like, system is able to be accessed outside?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no matrix access from this area.
Yeah, I mean, so then I guess in order to open up a back door, I would have to find one that has matrix access, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I scan? Does it have? Could you like look at its subsystems to see if any of them would have access, or is because like
analyze? Yeah, analyze. Let's see, access control. Slave. Yeah. Let's say you want to analyze the access subsystem of the host, and that should hopefully point you in the right direction of some sort of matrix-enabled system, if there is one connected to this. Yeah. So, what's your analyze utility?
4.
4. Okay. Give me a roll. Target number is 8, by the way.
Okay. Let me karma that.
All right.
Oh, all of them, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you analyze sort of the packet data that's going in and out of this this host, and yeah, it looks like there's a lot of this system that's in here is closed circuit. Like it only handles input and output from this location, but it does look like there is one system on here that has outside access.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks to be actually like it's not even the straight to the matrix itself, but it's sort of like a roundabout way you might be able to get through the sort of like Tridio access, like cable access.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what they use to maybe project any sort of entertainment they're watching down there or something.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's try, I guess, to connect to it or access it.
Okay, give me a log on to host, and your deception 6. So your target number is 4.
Okay.
All right. You have to decide if you want to use karma before I roll.
No.
Okay, so you got 2. You got 2. Okay, so you got 3. Oh, yep, 4, 7, 10. Gotcha. Very well. Okay, but it did get 2 successes.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you get in. The system's a little less secure than the last one, but not by a whole lot. And yeah, you're able to get in. So now you want to create some sort of backdoor, or maybe even hack up some way of sending data to and from the matrix that would give someone access.
Yep.
All right. What would that be? Let's say no, not decrypt access. Data control. Yeah, we'll say it's like a control slave operation. You're sort of controlling the Tridio sort of system and like getting that to like pulse data out in a certain way that someone on the Matrix could understand it and actually respond to it and create a sort of network bridge. Techno stuff. So what's your spoof utility?
My spoof is 4.
4? Okay, so access. Okay, so your target number is 7.
All right. I mean, it's pretty important, so I think I'm gonna use another karma.
So unfortunate too.
Okay.
You know, this might be one of the most important things I'm doing in here right now. So.
I mean, your role.
Oh yeah, it is what it is. It's RNG. Okay. Oh my god.
And the system gets 1 success. So yeah, you just get shut out by the system. There's sort of like breaks and things on this system to specifically designed to control or disable what you're trying to get it to do. So it's kind of hard to override all those.
Yep. Can I try again?
In 1 second, we'll scene shift to the people downstairs. Okay, so yeah, Dith, Sampton, and Sig, you're still downstairs. Bolvi is also, but he's with Rose. Is there anything you're doing, Bolvi?
I think we were supposed to meet up with Sampton to go up to the 2nd floor. Is just getting me up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I could tell her to get anybody to go up there, so I could at least be on access on the 2nd floor for the time being. Because there's no one else up there, is there?
No, there's still a few people hanging out on the 2nd floor, but the vast majority of people are like crowding down on the 1st floor around the stage.
And our team, like everyone's on the 1st floor except Red is up top.
Yeah, Sig you haven't seen. You assume she's still down under the stage. You see Sampton at the foot of the stairs leading up to the stage, sort of in his guard pose, along with 2 other reality hacker people. And I guess you see Dith also by the side of the stage, looking impressed by I don't know what look you were going for. Maybe a little nervous too. Who knows?
That smug look that he always has.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Like he's king shit of everything. Yeah. So maybe I'll radio across to. Am I taking Sampton up or anyone else?
Sampson's probably going to stay next to the stage, just to, in case anyone makes a jump at her while she's performing. You can be right with her.
I'll just grab someone then, and we'll go up to the 2nd floor, so I'm a little closer.
Okay.
So I'll just tell Rose, just find someone that looks kind of.
Okay. As you're telling her to get, wanted to head up to the 2nd floor to look over things, you see that black-haired ponytailed gentleman and a few other people sort of make their way upstairs.
Do I notice it at all?
Give me a perception check. I mean, Bolvi is close enough to the stairs that he just is able to see it.
Second ones are listening, by the way.
Does someone want to roll for Sampton? I think he has 5d6, or is it more?
Dream to the others.
Okay. Yeah, Sampton's the one who first saw this guy, so I think he definitely recognizes him. He's in guard mode. So he'd probably nod or like make some sort of move to get you to look over there, Dith.
Okay.
So you'd see that.
So yeah, I'll kind of keep kind of bouncing along with the music, but I'll speak into the transceiver. Bull, we're gonna need you, you and Rose, to try to distract those guys going up the stairs. I don't think they're here for the show.
Okay, I can either intercept or block or just monitor. Like, I can watch them.
How many are there?
It's like 3 guys.
Three, okay.
The ponytail.
I can
and
take
2
them, don't worry,
people.
but...
Why don't we see if Rose can get their attention?
Okay. All right, so I'll approach Rose and just lean in and say, or yell, I guess. See the guys over there going up the stairs? The guy in the ponytail?
She nods.
The 3 of them. I need. They're up to something, and I need you to keep them busy.
She looks over. They look pretty focused on what they're doing. Like they're just sort of stomping up the stairs. They're not like looking around or anything. They appear to be heading somewhere with a purpose. But she sort of nods and says, "All right, we better hurry up and catch up to them."
Okay. I'll push her. I'll pick her up and chuck her towards the stairs.
And Dith's gonna start heading to the other stairwell to the second story. There's 2 or just 1?
No, this is this is 3rd story.
Yeah, there's second has 2. Oh no, it just says on the
Yeah,
opposite
it's just the
side.
one on the right side, yeah.
Yeah, that's the 2nd floor. Yeah, there's just 1 on the 1st floor. Okay. So you're following that way, though?
Do I see the 2 guys, the 2 hackers that were standing guard outside of her dressing room? Are they by the stage or anything? Or
yeah, they're with Samton. They're at the stairs up to the stage. They're just sort of guarding.
Okay, I'm gonna head over towards them.
Okay.
And
are you asking that because you want to do it unseen?
no, I'm just gonna
Okay.
make my way towards them through the crowd.
All right. You start pushing your way through the people standing shoulder to shoulder. Push your way through. Okay, so Volvi, you and Rose sort of catch up to them, or maybe a quarter of the way along the 2nd floor. It looks like they're heading towards the 3rd floor, or at least the stairs up to the 3rd floor. So does someone want to roll for Rose? She sort of like calls out to them. She says like, "Sort of, gentlemen, may I trouble you? I have a question for you."
Yeah, I can roll for her. What do you want me to roll?
B66. Let's see if she can grab their attention. Okay. The ponytailed man sort of like looks over, and then like tells his 2 other friends to keep going, and he sort of turns around. He's like, "Hey, we were just about to see your friend, miss."
Carry on, Alan.
God damn it. So we'll say, yeah, he says that, and she says, "Oh, well, maybe I can entertain you fellas." She's probably a little preoccupied. He says, "Oh, no, we won't." Or he says, "Oh, really? Well, yeah, maybe we should all," and he looks at you, Bulva, and he's like, "Well, maybe not all of us. We, head upstairs and get you up there." So you sort of like cast a sideways glance at you, Bulvi.
Let's go. Lead the way.
He says, the invitation was for the lady, not you."
Rules are rules, brah. Lead the way.
sort of looks around. He's like shrugs and starts walking to the third floor. Yeah, so you and Rose follow him. His two other friends are already waiting for him at the foot of the stairs. He just sort of casts one glance at the reality hacker that's at the stairs. He just sort of like makes eye contact for a split second and then just sort of like nods and like looks away nervously. And they walk upstairs and they start heading over to the dormitory. Still just following?
Yeah. What did you said? The other two guys? Can I see them at all up there?
Oh yeah, I mean they're walking with you right now.
Oh, sorry.
The guy with the ponytail, he's like a human, maybe like 6'2". Looks like he knows how to handle himself. You can tell just by sort of being up this close to him. His other two friends, he's got a dwarven friend and another human. The dwarf sort of has like sort of hair all up in like spikes, all different colors. His other friend is sort of got his hair in like a Japanese top knot. And yeah, and his hair's starting to go white.
Like in front of my eyes, or it's just gray?
No, it's just graying.
Wouldn't that be something?
I mean, it's the future. You might have like some crazy cosmetic cyber tech.
So she's leading, or I guess is the ponytail guy. How's he like? Is he hanging off the girl? Is he like holding her hand?
He's walking next to Rose, with sort of his hand on her shoulder. The two other people are walking like maybe a few steps in front of them, and you're behind him and Rose, I would assume. And they're heading towards the dormitory.
Okay, yeah, I'll just I'll follow, but I won't be like too like right in their face. So I'm supposed to, respect her privacy somewhat. So.
Okay. They walk up to the dormitory. One of them just sort of punches in a number on the keypad, and the door opens up. You see Candy in there. Bullvi. She's sort of on the bed, sort of sitting there next to. You see a form underneath some covers, or maybe it's two forms. But you see Candy, and she's sort of like, as soon as the door starts opening, she's like, looks like she's getting her coat back on, maybe straightening her shirt. And she looks up, she says, "Oh, the room's all yours, fellas." The ponytailed man says, No, you can stay." He goes to close the door before you get in, Bullvi.
I'll just stand in the doorway.
Stopping the door from closing.
Yeah.
Okay, he turns around, he says, "You can wait outside."
No, I'll just sit here. I'll turn my back, of course, but closed doors are a bit dangerous sometimes.
Let's see. He sort of turns over. You see him cast like a glance over towards the guy with the top knot. He looks to be like maybe Japanese American or something. Yeah, you're an adept. So you feel the hairs on the back of your neck prickle, and you definitely feel some sort of magical energy getting channeled.
Well, that's wonderful.
So,
bye, guys.
So let's see. What's your willpower?
49. No, 4.
4. Okay, so he gets 2 successes. Make a willpower check. Your target number is 4.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, me too.
Okay, so you meet it. You feel this sort of like stinging sort of migraine in your head, sort of like starting at your frontal lobe and like moving its way back. But you're able to sort of shake it off. You hear the guy with the top knot. He sort of like curses in Japanese.
I'll point at him and say, "Last warning," and I'll say, "Ladies, come with me, please."
Okay, the guy with the ponytail pulls out this sort of like stun baton looking thing and lunges at you. The dwarf jumps towards Candy.
I tried, guys. I tried. To be nice.
Why don't we all roll initiative there?
Okay.
And Red, you can also roll initiative.
Do you want me to roll it on the tracker thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
let me
yeah.
get your... Actually, it doesn't really matter because I've figured out another way of doing it. Oh, but actually, I'll need your tokens anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you. Wait, no.
Is that because of cram?
Plus 55.
I might have to borrow some.
Jesus. Alright, bull eyes like near the door. I mean, the rest of you are. I mean, I guess. Well, I don't know if bull
I'm like
would
jacked
transmit
into the
anything.
thing.
Yeah.
So I'm six pretty much out of it. Although from time to time, like she wouldn't be so enraptured in the show that she gets like lost in it. From time to time, she'll jack out and kind of like if there's ever chatter on the micro transceiver, she'll jack out or she'll occasionally like check the spider bot recordings. But otherwise, yeah. I don't know. It would be nice to get into that security room, but my remote control jack. But that would be quite a feat.
What if there's... Oh. Let me look at my catalog here. Need a good dwarf. Sure. Go with you. And dude with a ponytail. I'll go with... Wow. Beards. Alright, let's go there. There. Oh god. Candy and what's her nuts? Let's see, what is it? Sure. We won't go super sexist. No, pictures may be different than they appear. Alright. Okay. Okay. So if you guys, if anyone else gets involved, we'll just have you roll initiative, or yeah, we'll just have you roll initiative when you actually enter stuff. Spolvi got 821. Red got 18. And then NPCs for days. Candy and stuff. Oh, got the same thing. And then so okay.
Boy.
Alright, Berkeley. Okay. So. Alright, red. Matrix actions always resolve before meet space actions.
Yeah.
So you are trying to get that back door again?
Yeah.
Okay. So your spoof is
4.
4. Okay, yeah, so it's still 7.
I guess. Is there anything I can do to try and make it easier?
I don't. Let me think. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's a good question.
So I know you had mentioned that probably it was more just reaction to me failing, but like it was kind of there was stuff that was set up to kind of prevent what I was trying to do, so I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
there's a way to like disable that.
I mean, that's what this roll is, basically.
Okay, I gotcha.
I don't know if there's ways. Yeah, I think it's just what you have in your pool and your skill and
All right. Well,
yeah.
it's time to bust that nut. So, I said the target number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 success.
Alright.
My very last pool.
Is that all you need? Nope. So you got 3 successes. Give me a sensor test.
Sensor. It's just rolling my sensor rating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compounded or not? I forget.
What?
Compounded or not?
Yeah, compounded.
Ow.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So now it is Bullby.
Is like a short sentence gonna cost me anything
No.
as I do something? Okay. I'll say over my thing. I'll say, Leland, come help me or get her out of here. And then the guy in front of me is the guy with the ponytail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the ninja mage. And then that's and then the girl in the back's the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I will use. Can I unsheath my staff and hand attack at the same time?
I forgot you're wearing your ancient Indian spear.
Yeah. Would be, I guess, on my back, I guess.
I think you have to quick draw, yeah. Let me check. Character may attempt to quick draw. Okay. Okay, let's make a reaction test. Target number 4.
And that would be dice equal to my reaction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, no problem. You sort of like flick it from around behind your back, and yeah, in one smooth motion, go for the stab at this guy, I guess, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the spear has a reach. How much is its reach?
I think it's 3. Or is
Oh, 'cause
that
you're a
combined
troll.
with? I think it's 2 plus 1, right? Because I think I have 1.
Yeah. So you have a total of 3.
Yeah.
Freaking trolls, man. Okay, so do you want to? I think
Oh.
I think you have to decide. I think you can't split it up. You have to decide whether you want your attack,
Yeah.
your number
It's
to be
all or
lower.
nothing, right?
Yeah.
I will lower my attack number.
Okay. So your target number is 2. So you both make opposed rolls of your, melee combat skill plus any combat pool.
Does combat pool refresh every initiative turn?
Yeah.
Or
Every
the
time you
whole
roll, every
initiative?
time you re-roll initiative, your pools refresh.
Okay, so for my 3 turns this turn, I only have what pool I have now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his target number is 4. I didn't compound that, but doesn't matter. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7. Okay, so you got a net of 2. Okay, so what's the power of your weapon?
It is 12M stun.
12.
Although it's a spear, I don't know if that's the same as a staff.
It should.
The same.
No,
I mean,
it
either way,
should be a.
doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it should be. Let me just see. It should be a polearm, actually, not a staff.
Can I just use it as a staff? Like as
if you want
smack
to.
instead of puncture?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
then it would do. So yeah, so I guess one end it can do strength plus 3s. That seems really. No, it's fine. And then the other end can do strength plus 2 M stun.
Yeah, so it'd be 12M stun with 2 successes. So that
Okay.
puts it up to serious.
Well, we'll see if he gets any
Yep,
successes on his resistance test. His armor. Okay, and that uses impact armor. So he got none. So he's taking serious stun wound, which is 6. Okay. So yeah, you flip your staff around, and like just in one swift motion, bring it across the side of his head, like a thud. And yeah, he's seeing stars. So that's your turn. This guy lunges at Candy. He also pulls out a sort of stun baton looking thing and goes to swing at her. Oh, he would have also. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. But stun baton also has a reach, which I should have remembered for him. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna swing at her. Does someone want to roll her? Let's see. What would she? I guess she would take full defense. So, does someone want to roll dodge for her? I guess.
I can do all the combat unless someone else wants to participate, since I'm the only one here.
Her combat pool is 7. BT dubs.
So she'll do full defense.
Yeah, if you want to, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would probably
that's
make
what
sense.
that's what she would most likely do. Okay, so this guy swings at her. Much. Okay, so we got one. Actually, he has reach, so got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Bullseye got 1, 2, 3. So that means a net of 3. So now she makes a damage resistance test. Her body is. So you rolled all of her combat. Okay.
Well, that's what I'd assume. Yeah, you said full defense, right?
Full defense.
Or do you want me to play her as if I was her?
Full defense just means you can take a dodge action in melee.
Oh.
But you're not even. But if you win the melee competition, you're not allowed to damage the other person, basically.
Okay.
Right. So roll her body against 6S stun.
And what's her body?
Her body is 5, and she has 1 impact armor, so I guess it would be 5S would be the target number. Oof. All right, so she takes a serious stun wound. I can get that there. Oof. All right, so yeah, he leaps at her, smacks her in like the ribs with the stun baton. She lets out a yelp from the electricity that courses through her. Okay, so this is Rose. All right. All right. So let's see. She probably sees Candy get zapped. Oh, right. This would also lower their initiative. Doesn't really matter for. Actually, it does. This is a serious one now. She's at. Okay. Yeah, she sees Candy get zapped. Bull, you see her right arm, sort of like some of her, like her top 3 fingers sort of like shift out of position and like snap back, and then all of a sudden you see this sort of like blade extend out of her hand, and she goes to swing at this guy. I don't think she has reach on that. Yeah, forearm. So does someone want to roll? Let's see, she'll use 3 combat pools. So does someone want to roll 8d6? Your target number will be 5. Because he'll use a stun baton to guard. Okay, so he rolls his. Okay. He also rolls 6. He has a serious wound, so his target number is 7. So he gets 1. She got 2. So she's at 1 net. Okay, so he has to resist. So it's strength M. He has to resist 5M. His body. What did I roll for? His target number. Yeah. You can definitely tell his jacket is pretty defensible. So his target number is 3. Plus 3 is 6. So he gets no successes. So he takes a moderate wound. Ouch. Oops. It's further down the initiative order. Okay, yeah, that's her turn. This guy, he's gonna take another shot at Bull. So he's at... Okay. So what's your willpower? 4?
Willpower? It's cheating.
Okay. So he hits you 3 times, but you get 2 successes. So your guy, I think with magic, that's basically your damage resist. Right. I don't think you get another damage resistance test after that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think you take... Let's think. Let's add it. You don't have any sort of like adept power like astral armor or anything, right?
Not. I have mystic armor, but that's impact.
Is it only impact?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there is. Oh, maybe there is, but
Each level
I haven't
provides you with
seen
1 point of
Supreme
impact
willpower,
armor.
right?
Cumulative. Yeah. It just works in astral space too. Okay. Sorcery Drain. Transparent. Cast a spell, you make a sorcery test, plus sorcery dice. Base target number. Living targets always make a spell resistance test. So yeah, it uses your willpower. Yeah, you don't have any spell defense dice. Okay, so yeah, you take a moderate physical wound. Yeah, Manibolt does. Yep.
That willpower was to resist the damage itself?
Yeah, basically the way spells work is you basically just resist the spell, and if it hits you, it just does its damage.
Yikes. So moderate is 3.
Yep. And then he rolls his resistant or his drain resist. Use another 2 sorcery dice. So his willpower. So it's half. Okay. Okay, so he resists. Alright. Now it's her. What is she gonna do? She just got whacked. Yeah, she's a moderate or severe stun wound. Guess she'll just... I mean, if someone wants to play for her, that would probably be able to be good. Take some of the load off of me.
Yep, sure, I'll do it.
Let's see. forget. Why can't I? Oh. Let me just see what's possible right now. Yeah, I don't think there's like a defense action. You just take it when you get hit. Okay, so yeah, she basically has the same arm blade that that Rose has. She also has a few trank patches. That's mostly it. She's basically 2 ballistic and 1 impact armor.
Okay. Which icon is she?
She's the topmost one.
The top one, okay. And this guy in front of her, is that the...
Yeah, it's the dwarf who just whacked her with a stun baton.
Okay. What is he wearing?
He's got what looks to be sort of a heavy jacket, pants, boots, and sort of a tank top underneath, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, let's whip that arm blade out.
Okay.
And she'll try to aim for his eyes.
Okay, it's a called shot on the eyes.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a tough shot. So yeah, you don't get any reach for the blade, right? Yeah. So your target number is going to be 11. His is 4.
Okay. Can you negate if he doesn't have armor on his head? Can he?
Oh,
negate?
right. Yeah. The armor. I mean, armor only matters when he's resisting damage. So. I mean, melee combat is basically like an exchange. So you're each like you each roll your,
That's right. Okay.
your melee combat skill, and whoever wins deals damage, basically.
Did she melee back at him when he hit her with the stun baton?
She full defense that because she didn't have her blade out.
Okay. Okay. And what's her skill in this sort of thing?
Yeah, she's a base skill of 5. She doesn't have any combat pool left.
That's okay. All right. Yeah.
Let's see.
You know what? I'm gonna use karma. Down karma. For her. Ah, damn.
Nope. Okay. So his roll. And he'll lower his own target number with his reach. Okay. So he smacks her again. So roll to resist 5s stun minus her impact armor. Her body is 5. And she has serious wounds, so it's technically 8 is the target number. And that's not it. Okay, so she gets basically 1, 2, and she's out of the fight. Yeah, she's at 10 stun damage. You see her take the second blow. She tried to swipe at his face, missed, and he just sort of like stuck it right in her gut and let loose the charge. And so she slumps over on the bed. He sort of turns around and regards you guys back there. So that's his turn. He's been pretty beat up. What is he gonna do? He has his stun baton. Because he's gonna try and hit Bullseye. So Bova, are you gonna use your reach for you or against him?
I'll use it for me. So that
Okay.
makes his target numbers higher, right, to hit?
Well, yeah. So you want to raise his target number, not lower yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna use his on him. So that's a net of +2. It's a moderate physical wound, serious stun wound. So that's +5. So that's 7 total. So his target number is 11. He's going to use all of his combat pool because he might be dead next turn.
And then I just do opposed roll with my whatever I use him.
Wait, what's... So your base target... You're moderately wounded? What are you?
Yeah, but I have pain tolerance up to 4 boxes, so I'm
Okay.
under that so far.
Oh, so you don't... Does that negates...
It negates pain
Target
up to
number.
the amount that you have, and then it starts you at light and then goes up from there.
Okay.
So I'll need to take 5 damage to have 1 light.
Gotcha. Okay. So your target number is still 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 against his 1. So you got 3 net. And are you still doing stun damage?
Yep, 12M.
Well, okay. He's probably going to be knocked out. Yeah, use all his combat pool on that. His body is that. No, with his injuries. Yeah. So he, like, takes one last swing at you, Bullseye, and you just sort of twirl the staff back around and bring it down over the top of his head. And, yeah, he goes down.
Okay. Well, I guess it's my turn yet, so.
Yep, it's not Red's second turn.
I mean, I'm not planning on stopping until I'm successful, so.
Okay.
So my target number is 7, right?
1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll.
Nice.
Okay. Resonance that gets one more. Okay. +3. I think make me another sensor test.
Okay.
Okay, you notice that there's been a probe intrusion countermeasure program activated. That's hunting you down. All right, that's that. Is this a complex action or a simple action? Control slave is a complex. Okay, so that's it. Bullseye.
You two, get out. Leave your friend.
Give me an intimidation or negotiation or whatever, if you have any.
No, I have a charisma of 1. Come on. Can I, like, substitute strength or what I just did as a bonus or something?
I'll give you...
Call it a situational bonus.
I mean, it could go both ways. They could be vindictive against what you've done to your friend, or they could be frightened. And I mean,
Well,
this is
yeah.
sort of what you're trying to push them into the frightened camp.
I am.
So I'm guessing that's a default to charisma.
No bonus? Really?
I mean, maybe I'll lower their target number, but
Okay. Here we go. I am.
Yeah, no.
If I see like the faintest hint of him like not agreeing, I'm gonna swing at the mage.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you walk up to this guy, take a swing. All right. He does have a little bit of melee combat skill, but he doesn't have any reach. So, what are you doing with your reach?
I'll lower my target numbers.
Okay, so your target number is 2. His is 4. He still
This
has all
is
his
the
combat
second
points,
round,
so-
right?
He's gonna give it his all. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So wait. I think the attacker gets to decide ties. Let me just check real quick. Okay, yeah. Do you get to decide, do you want both of you to hit or neither of you to hit?
What is he using? A stun baton?
No, he doesn't have a stun. He's fist fighting you.
He's fist fighting me?
He is fist fighting. It does look like he's trained in unarmed combat, but pretty brave of him.
Well, he's a mage. I don't know. He shouldn't really be standing in the middle right there, but that's interesting. Let's both hit.
Okay. So he has to resist 12 M stun, right?
Yep.
Alright. He has a little bit of armor. I don't know if it'll do much. I guess he may as well throw the rest of his combat pool in this. Ooh, okay. So he takes moderate stun wound. Let's see. Okay. And he deals damage to you for an unarmed attack. Which is what? Just like strength M? Unarmed, yeah, strength M stun. So you have to resist 5M stun.
Okay, so I have 2 impact. So does that drop it down 2, right?
Yep.
So it's a 3.
Alright, yeah. Like, puts his hand, tries to punch you in like the gut, and it just like, you just like stand there and like take it. Yeah, he's not able to do much to you. Okay. So this guy sees his friend go down, runs over, and swings his baton at you, Bullvi. I believe since he's in melee with his friend, he gets... I think he gets -1 to his... Only one of these, yeah. Opponent of his friends in melee, so he gets +1. Yeah. So his
Okay, can
target
I,
would be
I guess
3.
can I dodge this one?
Yeah, you want a full defense? Do you have any
So does that mean for the rest of, what does full defense mean again?
It just means that for this melee exchange, you're not seeking to deal damage, you're just seeking to negate it.
Right.
So it allows you to make a
Right.
dodge test with any
He's a
combat.
dwarf, eh? So he's probably a little tougher. Decisions. Yeah, let's try to dodge this one.
Okay. So it's basic dodging.
He's the target 4, right?
Yeah, target number 4. He's gonna swing at you. His target number is 2. So he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because he hasn't been injured. He has a friend in melee. And he has reach 1. So now I think you make... I forget what the second part of this is. If he just hits you because you failed to dodge. 1 second, let me just check. Melee. Reach whips. Full defense. Character, she's full defense. Full defense works slightly different. Character on full defense still makes... Oh, okay. So make a melee check 2 with your melee skill, but you can't add any combat pool to that.
Oh, so is this like you dodge, but you can still like hit him back?
Technically, you should have made the melee skill check. Like it should have been like the same, except you can't use combat pool. And then if he hits you, if he succeeds, then you get to make
so
a
I'm still
dodge
not
test.
doing damage. It's just giving you a better opportunity to dodge it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need 4s. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So are you? Are you? I'm guessing you're lowering your target number, or are you?
Well, we should maybe negate it because I know what he rolled. So, because I would say I'll just raise his, and he would only have 2 successes.
Right.
Unless you want to split it 1 and 1 equally and throw 1 away, because it's 3. I don't know.
Well, I mean, even with 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think I still
5.
out dodged him though, right?
Yeah, pretty much. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So you dodge.
Okay.
Even without any changes. Now the defender. Okay. So yeah. So that's how that works. You dodged. Good job. Rose comes around this side and swings at him. Someone will roll for her.
All about it.
Alright, she has 4 combat pool left. She has a melee skill of 5. Yeah. And her attacks deal... I forget if it's strength plus 2 or strength. Moderate wounds. Yeah, it's just, so she deals 5M.
What's her target number at this range?
She doesn't have any reach, so it'd be 4. The base melee is target number 4.
Okay. Isn't a called shot +4?
Oh, are you calling a shot?
Well, what would it be? Isn't it +4 for a called
Yeah.
shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was Candy's 11 then?
Because she had a severe stun wound, which is a
Okay.
+3.
+3, okay.
And he's also going to use his reach to add 1 to your target number.
Even though he's right next to me.
Yeah, there's no like distance thing. It's just like if your weapon is longer than their weapon, you get a bonus.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, she's gonna try to go for his eyes as well.
Okay.
And this is the second phase of this round.
Yeah.
So
She has 4 combat pool.
she's at 4.
Yep. So your target
Alright.
number is 9.
Alright, so I'm gonna use a 5. I'll use I'll use all 4.
Okay.
Bam. 2 successes.
Okay, so his target number, he hasn't been injured. His target number is 4. So you got 2. So you got 2, you got 2. Alright, do you
What's
want to...
the 2 for? Negating it?
What?
What's the 2? What is he rolling against? Or he's hitting her as well?
Yeah, melee is
okay.
exchange. He's not full
Okay.
defensive.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, he got 2. You got 2. So do you want them both to hit or neither of them to hit?
Both to hit.
Okay. So you have to resist 6m stun damage. She has 1. So it's 5. Her body is also 5. And then he has to resist 5m.
So light wound.
Nice. Okay, so he's got a pretty good body. He's a dwarf. Okay, so he negates her hit. But she
Even though it hits him in the eyes? Like, isn't there
Oh,
a
right, you
benefit
called
to
shot.
that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess it doesn't do any real damage, but let's say you, like, cut right above his one eyebrow and blood just starts pouring down over his eyes. So it's going to be harder for him to see and hit things. But it doesn't do any real damage. I mean, you could have chosen to use your call shot to, like, raise the damage level or something instead of trying to get an additional effect. Yeah.
Nah, I thought it would, like, cut his eye or something. So.
I mean, yeah, if you dealt damage, you might have. Pretty sure. I thought there were called shot rules here, but I guess not. But I had them in. Yeah. Yeah, getting some other game effect is another thing. Is there's basically 5 things you can do with a called shot. You can increase the damage category by 1 level. You can target a specific external system on a vehicle-sized target. You can avoid armor. You can cause a stun weapon to deal physical damage, or you can get some other in-game effect. Okay. So that's her. Who's this? Oh, he's unconscious. She's unconscious. He's unconscious. Bolvi.
I will swing at the dirty mage.
Oh, right, the mage isn't unconscious. He just has a moderate stun. But he doesn't.
Was he on?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, he's at 17.
Whoops. Okay, so he would be able to go. Fuck's he gonna do though? I guess he'll try to cast.
He hasn't gone yet.
He'll try to cast a spell at you, Bolvi. His target number is 6 now because he's a moderate wound. So he misses. He's not able to concentrate enough with the the blow he took to the head.
Yeah.
So he misses. So now it's your turn.
Okay, so I'll swing at him again.
Okay. He is out of combat pool, so we can't fight defensive. Yeah. He has a moderate wound, so his target number base is 6. You're subtracting.
First. Should have decided. I would lower mine, but
That's fine.
I should decide that before.
Yeah, you should get in the habit of that. But yeah, he judo chop. Oh, you got 1. So that negates 1 of yours. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like what?
12.
He is 12 deadly. Yep. Okay.
Come on.
Wow, he actually got 2.
Oh, 2. Wait.
He has 3
Wow.
impact armor.
Oh, he does.
Yep.
Does his wound affect his...
Oh wait, yeah. So +2. Oh, so he only got 1.
Yeah.
So he still takes a deadly stun wound. So he is out. Yeah. Okay. We won't make everyone reroll initiative because it's pretty much over. We'll just give. Alright, yeah. Okay. So the dwarf sees the mage go down and his buddy. He looks at you, and it looks like he's gonna go and make a leap towards the pole, the fireman's escape.
I'll try and grab him.
Yeah, Rose will basically follow your lead. So you make a leap to grab him.
Yeah.
Okay, make a strength test. Versus
Can I
his
use
strength.
athletics? Like, what would be better in that sense? Because my strength value is higher, but there's an athletic skill, which
Yeah,
I think is like for lifting and stuff. Is that right?
yeah. Athletics can be used to also increase your speed, or the distance you can run.
Okay.
Let me see. It's an active skill. Athletics. The athletic skill represents training, a honing of the body necessary to perform physical activities, may be used to increase running distance. It defaults to body, actually, so it's more of like it's more about like endurance and body conditioning and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can specialize in running, climbing, lifting, or jumping. So it's more for like physical exertion. So yeah, just give me a strength. His strength is 6, so that's your target number. What's your strength?
10.
10. Alright, you got none. You got 2.
2.
We'll just throw Rose in there for 2. See if she can do anything. Okay, she helps. So both of you, so he makes a dive for it. Both of you like tackle him at the legs before he's able to reach the hole, and so yeah, you've got him pinned down there. He tries to swipe at you with his stun baton, but you've got him like pinned on his stomach, so he like haphazardly flicks it around him. You knock it out of his hand, and then like pin him down. Candy or Rose runs over to Candy and starts trying to see if she's all right, no broken bones and all that.
How much time has passed in 3 combat turns?
Like
Not very
9
much,
seconds.
For real? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to make some dig on death for just leaving me alone up here, but since it's only been 9 seconds, I
Actually,
guess
not.
Anything.
Actually, like not even. I think it's like 3 seconds. I think a whole
Really?
combat
You can
turn.
act 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times in 3 seconds.
Well, that's the power of magic / cyberware. Makes you superhuman. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it was all like just an exchange of blows. Like you sidestepped once and then just kept smacking people in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's
Okay.
like struggling under you. He's not saying anything.
Oh, I want to break his neck so bad. Taste it. Can I like just put my? Ugh, I don't want to kill him by accident. Well, I don't know.
Or do you?
Yeah, or do I? I hear this voice over the comms. Or do you? I'll try and like choke him out. So, like put him unconscious.
Okay.
I mean, I
Let's
could just
see, what would
keep
you-
punching him, I guess. That's a little messy.
Just give me another strength test. Although this one is like more for restraint. Your target number will just be 4, but if you
Okay.
do fail, you have a chance of killing him. Surprisingly close. But no, you just sort of put your knee on the back of his neck and just like smother him in the combine in like the floor and like just crushing his esophagus, and eventually he stops moving. But you lean down and check his breathing. It's still there, but shallow.
Okay. I guess I'll look at, is it Rose that's left?
Yeah.
Standing?
She's sort of got Candy sort of like cradled in her arms. She looks at you and she'll be all right. She's knocked out.
Okay, well, dealer's choice. What do you want to do to these guys?
Said if it was up to me and there was no chance of getting caught, I'd slit all their throats right now. But I feel like we have to prioritize getting out of here in one piece.
Okay. Let's like what's in the room? Is it just the one bed?
It's ringed with like bunk beds and stuff and cots and all that, and it's got like there's like every once in a while there's like a chest or a trunk like at the foot of a bed with a bunch of clothes spilling out of it. It's like a dormitory kind of thing.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take off all their clothes. Oh, look at that! He called it first. No, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pile them one on top of each other. I'm gonna put the dwarf on top because it's got to be a pyramid, a stable pyramid. And I'll take their gear. Like look for items that aren't gonna get me caught at the front door. Like I'll leave their weapons here. Maybe I'll break their stuff. Like if they have guns.
They each have like a small sidearm and like the stun batons. Obviously, the mage just has a sidearm, no stun baton.
Okay. Can I break the stun batons like on my knee, or is that pretty impossible?
I mean, they're pretty strong plasteel things.
Yeah. Is there batteries in them?
Yes, I guess they're sort of yeah.
What are they, solar powered?
I mean, I'm just wondering if they'd be accessible. I guess they would, or if they'd just be charged.
Yeah.
I think they would just be charged. Like you just like
run
slot them on
charges
something.
down. Just don't want them to get them back and then run around. Well, do they have like any cred sticks or ID on them?
No cred sticks or ID.
So they're not super stupid.
But wait, you said you did strip them down? Like that was serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Serious.
You notice each of them has a tattoo on their like sort of back left shoulder, on the shoulder blade. It's like of a serpent eating its own tail.
I'll note the gayness of that, and then think my punishment suffices. Actually, maybe I'll put them head to tails. So put the one on, and then put the other guy on top. But
it's classic.
His face in the other guy's butt, and then put the other one the other way, because then it matches their tattoos. Okay, so we'll do that.
Or just take them all back to base and make a human centipede out of them.
We gotta get him out of here, Alan, and that's unrealistic. So
okay.
I can't weekend it from these 3 guys. Plus a hooker too. I gotta get her out of here somehow. Okay, so I'll take the stun batons and like randomly put them underneath beds and stuff around the room.
Okay.
I'll scatter their clothes. I'll try to like take out the bullets of their guns.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like take their guns apart and scatter it all over the room. I probably don't have a camera, do I? I'll ask Rose if any of them have a camera on them.
Do you have a phone?
Oh, yes.
Then you have a camera.
Jeez. I'm not up with the times.
You still have your like Nokia from 2001.
Okay, so I'll snap pictures of each of their faces and then one of the tattoo.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get their genitals too, just for fun.
Just to compare.
Later.
Comparison, yeah.
I could Photoshop their faces on.
I've always wondered what a dwarf looks like down
Okay. And then, how long would, I guess I wouldn't know how long it would take for someone to wake up. So I'll tell Rose we got to get her out of here, somewhere quiet where she can wake up.
She sort of like does this. She's like, how? With like, I mean, I know you could carry her, but that'll bring up a lot of questions.
Well, maybe not, because I'm your bodyguard, so I could say,
Right. But didn't she come up here with that other guy? Where the hell's he?
I don't know.
She just does this again.
Okay, hang tight. I'll radio down to, what's your name? Leroy? Lester? Leland? We'll just rhyme off all the cell names and the thing.
God damn it, Leroy.
Yeah, Bull, what the fuck's going on up there?
You're welcome, first off. We had three guys with snakes eating their asses, tattoos. I managed to take them out, but they knocked out Candy, and I gotta get her out of this room because they're all up here, passed out. So they're gonna wake up and come back down at some point.
Alright, well, as long as we're out of here by then. Have you seen Red since you've been up there?
No, I haven't, and I don't really want to go get them because I'll probably get seen. So I gotta do something with Candy because she's been stunned and she'll probably be out for, I don't know, at least an hour.
Alright, do you have any idea how long they'll be out for? Typically when you've cussed people in the past?
Well, I mean, I could stay here, and if they wake up, I can knock them back out, but I don't know if I can stop someone from coming in the room. I could stand guard in the room and say there's shit going on in there. Guys.
Rose sort of like says, wait, and she opens up Candy's purse and her own, and she like throws you like what looks like playing cards, but they're slap patches. She tells you, just hit them all, eat them each with one of this. It'll keep them out for hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got some. I got some patches here. I can put them out for a long time.
All right. Look, maybe it's best if you you get into a bed with Candy and Rose and just pretend to be asleep, because we may need you up there in case shit goes down with Red. He may need a hand. But otherwise, if not, then you guys can all slip out through the fire pole once things are done, and maybe Red. It'd be good if Red could get Candy as well, because she may still be knocked out. So I mean,
Okay,
if you're okay with it, yeah, just get in the bed. In case if anyone walks in, they'll just think,
I may have to make it look real, but yeah, I
shit's
got it.
happening.
Okay, yeah, good idea. We'll do that. Is there a bed big enough for 3 people to fit in?
Not
Including
a troll and 3 other people. No.
Maybe I'll just pretend to be washing them. I don't know. We'll think of something.
You know what, Bull? I mean, since they saw you go up with the escorting one of the girls, just put both of the 2 girls in a bed. Rose can watch over Candy and pretend to be asleep, and then you'd go stand outside the door and just act like you're, doing your job. That way you can may potentially stop people from walking in. You can also get eyes on if you see Red or if somebody's going to intercept Red.
Yeah, that's good. Good idea. We'll do that. Gods in the heavens. So I'll tell Rose to get her into bed. I'll pick Candy up and gingerly set her in bed. And you don't, since you got stuff to knock people out, you don't have any like smelling salts or something in there, right?
She shakes her head, and I wasn't expecting one of us to be unconscious tonight.
Well, I mean, maybe you put someone unconscious doing God knows what with people, and you need to wake them up so they can keep enjoying it. No? Maybe that's just me.
She just sort of
I don't know.
looks sideways at you. She's like, "What the hell are you into?"
Ah, forget it. Never mind. It was a joke. Okay, I'll just be out front. I'll try my best to keep people out, but I might not. But it shouldn't be too big a deal. There's lots of beds in here.
All right. If one of them wakes up, I'll just scream, I guess.
Okay, try to scream quietly though, because we don't want like 8 people running in here. Just tap on the door here. Get in the bed by the door here, and just tap the door with your foot, and I'll come in.
She sort of shakes her head, just says, "Can you give me a hand with Candy?"
Yes, I'm already holding her.
All right. You move her over by the door and a bed. Where do you put these guys?
I don't know. The one in the corner, I guess, and in the back. Yeah, how do you ping on here?
Yeah, just click and hold it.
No, they're all in the same bed. Yeah, okay. No, can you put them on top of each other? No? It's gotta be realistic. There we go.
There. All right.
Okay, so stim patches on those guys. Put the other 2 in a bed near the door, and I will go stand right front.
Okay. You walk out of the room, maybe a minute and a half later. Dust yourself off. Yeah, okay. And you guys downstairs doing anything?
Is Red able to talk to us while he's jacked in, or no? He's not responsive.
He could. It would slow him down though.
Oh, okay. So he's probably not. He's probably totally focused right now. So.
Probably.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, Sifton would have heard over the comms, so. But I am gonna make my way towards the stairwell, so I can keep an eye on it and alert Bull if I see, especially any other guys with the tattoos on their face heading up. But even just anyone in general, I can give them a heads up.
Okay.
And I'll just send a quick message to Tagami, let her know that just be prepared at any moment to start wrapping up the show, because there's a good chance we'll need you to kind of wrap up and then quickly kind of get together and head out of this place.
So don't worry, if we need to leave quickly, I've got something special. All right. Yeah, you don't see anyone. I mean, you sort of scan over the throngs of people. You don't see anyone heading towards the stairs, or anyone suspicious heading at least. Okay.
Do we notice if the penthouse is opaque, or is it?
Give me a perception check.
Just the first set. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's all clouded right now, but you do every once in a while you catch a glimpse of a shadow walking back and forth.
Does it appear to be the build of Johnny 5?
It's hard to tell. It's just like a shadow or a discoloration. All right. Red.
Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
I don't know. You tell me.
Still trying to break this thing.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go right out. I don't know if it was an ice or just a probe or something, but I'm probably gonna go try to deal with that before continuing.
Yeah, it was ice.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that thing.
I think. Wait, where is it? I think you just make like an attack test.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think it rolls. So your target number to hit is target number to hit is 5.
Okay. And 3 successes.
Okay. Then I think. Play. Scored on the attack test. Damage level for ice icon has been hit. Roll stam resistance test using its. Make a damage resistance test using the host security value. Okay. What's the power level of the program?
6 deadly.
Okay. So I only got one. So yeah, you blast it.
Pap.
Are you suppressing it?
Yes.
Okay. So it lowers your detection factor by 1.
Correct.
Alright.
Alright. Back to it. So target number is still 7.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here we go. Busting that nut.
I believe.
Hey!
Oh. So it only got 1. Alright. So you set up this thing so that it will. You basically create a bridge from one system to another, and using the outward signals of the sort of Tridio system, you managed to create this sort of patchwork way of getting to the matrix and having things respond from the matrix and be able to interpret that within this system.
Okay. Sweet. So here's the hoping Bryce is paying attention.
You're not going to send out like some kind of bat signal or anything? Just going to...
No, I mean, yeah, I was probably going to try and
Okay.
get Bryce's attention.
How would you go about that? Did Dith give you his number?
I think so. I'm pretty sure we would have exchanged it.
Yeah, if that was a method of being able to contact him while you're in there, yeah, we would have.
Okay.
I didn't know you could just call him, but I guess you could do whatever.
1888 Bryce now.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be able to call him, but you could at least like send out like a signal, like maybe of like the last 4 digits of his number, like make it something unique that he would identify or something, or like his whole number, like sort of like tapping it out in Morse code kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have the comlink utility?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
All right. What is
Rating
it?
5.
Rating 5. All right. Make a test. Oh wait, you're on the. Okay. Make a test. Target number is 5.
0 success.
Okay. Got 2.
This game again.
Make a sensor test.
Okay.
Okay. You notice an encryption ICE program has been dispatched to lock down the file system on this host.
File system. Would that impact what I'm trying to do?
Yes. Comm calls are technically using the files, the subsystem of the host.
Then yeah, I'll probably do the same thing. Hunt it down, suppress it, and try it again.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Alright.
this just... Hang on. Oh, that's... okay. This is passive, so it matters. So yeah, you destroy it.
Okay. I'll suppress it. So my detection will go down by another 1.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll try to send out signal again.
Okay.
This time with a little more oomph.
Okay, nice. Actually,
Maybe just 2 successes.
alright.
Alright. Bada bing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so disabling that program sort of maybe threw the host for a loop. And yeah, doesn't know what to do now. But yeah, you sent that out. Let's see. Let's see if he notices. What'd you get? You got 11 as your highest? Or no? Yeah. Or you got 2 successes.
11 and 8, yeah.
Let's see. What is... Let's say his target number is like an 8. Alright. But he notices. Give me a sensor test.
Sensor. Okay.
Okay. You feel something logging into the system, but you don't know what it is. What do you do?
Something.
Yep. You definitely sense the presence of... You're not sure if it's a decker or if it's a nice program, but it's a nice program coming from a different host. But yeah, it's something logging on to this one.
Does it seem like it's coming from the back door that I opened?
Yes.
Can I analyze it? See where it's coming from?
Sure. Analyze. Oops. Analyze icon. That's what's your analyze utility?
4.
Okay. So your target number 7.
3 successes.
Very nice. Oh wait, no. I got 3, but you tied. So I think you still get some information. Actually, yeah, do that. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely hard to say. It definitely strikes you more as like a more as like a, what you call it, more of like a decker than a ice program or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, while you're doing this analysis, you see sort of this thing sort of materialize in front of you and make itself known. And yeah, it's got, looks like Bryce, or that, at least the guy you met in
Okay, and this is the icon that I was just analyzing?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'd make myself aware to it as well.
Okay. He sort of smiles and he says, "Oh, all right. You, everybody okay? You guys made it in all right?"
Yep, everything's going smoothly from what I can tell.
Good. Yeah, I saw that you guys or some of you tagged along with I assume with Miss Yamada.
That's correct.
Yeah, the nets are blowing up. Everyone's really excited that she's here. I hear her set she's doing tonight is particularly fantastic.
Supposed to be quite the show. If you don't mind, time's a little bit of the essence. Just kind of need to.
He says,
Love to stay and chat. We can talk later, maybe.
"We've got time. Things happen here faster than out there. Trust me, I know." But yeah, but you're right. I'm just glad you guys are getting along with her.
Yeah, she can be a little difficult at times, but things are going all right.
He just sort of smirks. All right, so what do we know so far?
My main priority of getting in here was just to open up the back door so I could get a little help from you. I'm not 100% sure where the cipher codes are. There's been two ICE programs that I've dealt with so far, but other than
Let me see him.
that, so I show them to him.
Yeah. What do you turn them into when you disable them?
Probably just like little pixelated images of
Cats.
not of cats. I'm not a big cat person.
Nah, of famous opera scene. No.
Ooh, not a bad idea. Of musical notes, we'll go that way.
Nice. Okay, he's like, oh, very nice. And he sort of like takes them, and they sort of like dissolve and then like reform, into, like their hue sort of changes from sort of orangish purple to like more of like a blue-green color.
Ooh.
And he's like, these will come in handy. And he sort of like releases them back out, and they sort of like flitter off.
That's nice. Wish I could do that.
He says, well, if I told you what you had to give up to do it, I don't know if you'd still want to.
Maybe we'll cross that bridge at another date.
Sure. But yeah, your detection factor is back up to where it was.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see.
Maybe I can like stay connected, but then still like talk to like Darkstar and the other people, right?
Yeah, but maintaining concentration on things outside of the Matrix severely slows down like your reaction time in the Matrix, because things
Sure.
are happening at like such radically different time intervals.
Yeah, I just might want to. Maybe I'll just ask Bryce if I have time to check in with Darkstar real quick.
He says, yeah, this might take a minute.
Okay.
And you see it, like, he just, like, sort of dissolves, and, like, you just see a bunch of, like, system messages and stuff. It's like error, redo, error, system access, admin, and it's, yeah, that's all just sort of flying by.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of, I guess, dissolve or whatever, and kind of start talking over the comm link, and the goose is in. I repeat, the goose is in.
Holy shit, you're alive.
For now.
Good to hear your voice, man. What's going on?
Bryce is in, and nothing. We haven't tripped anything yet. Or hopefully we shouldn't. Things are going well, but I just wanted to give a quick status. I had to bust open a padlock in order for me to get access. I needed more than just a key more than just a key card. I needed an access code as well, so I had to change a password, which wasn't the most clean work I've done, but it got me in. So
yeah, no, I understand. You got to do what you got to do. Look, is Candy still? I think look, Bull's taking care of the girls right now. There's a little incident, but don't worry about it.
All right.
Look, when you're done there, head back to the room. You're gonna have to pick up Candy. She might still be knocked out. Look, while you're there, don't worry about it. We
don't worry about it.
Look,
all right.
The
I
broken
was supposed to protect her.
She was my responsibility.
Look, the broken keypad is one breadcrumb that we don't want leading back, because it could, lead them to see what's wrong with the, somebody who's in there.
Sure.
When you go back, maybe you can scrawl like a a drunken-looking note on like either a data pad or like a sheet of like paper, next to where you stashed Reggie, like on his desk or his like whatever his chest of shit, and like a chicken scratch kind of handwriting. Just put like passcode and then put in whatever you changed it to, and maybe it's a long shot, but maybe they'll think that he, had to bust it open. He was drunk or something and had to. I don't know. It's worth a shot. They may blame him for for changing that. So
provides a reason for why it was changed. So
yeah, but yeah, good to hear. We're things are okay down here for now. But once you get out, once things are good to go, give us the signal and we'll make sure Tagami starts wrapping this up. So,
all right, I'm gonna head back in.
All right.
Okay, you dive back in, Red, and Bryce is sort of recoalesced.
I love you.
And he's just sort of like looking over at this sort of scrap of data or this sort of thing. He's like, fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Hey.
Yeah, I knew they had some sophisticated security protocols, but this is particularly interesting.
What are you looking at?
You much a fan of cryptology?
I've been known to dabble a little bit.
Well, it seems like they're actually using a physical artifact as their random seed for their for their encryption algorithms.
Interesting.
He sort of shows it to you. It's this sort of like crystalline thing. It's like he says this is a simulation, of course, but this should be what it looks like. They use different facets to get they shine a laser through. It's all very complicated. But I'm guessing this is they have it somewhere locked up around here. Have you searched? Where have you searched?
I haven't yet. Probably get on that. Like I said, my first concern was opening up a back door and then pinging you, and pretty much as soon as I pinged you, you showed up. So I haven't done a ton of searching quite yet.
Do you have any idea where it would be? Do you have? He sort of like brings up a schematic of the whole thing that he compiled from the camera footage. Where are we right now?
Possibly the penthouse.
Oh, okay. So are we? He points to the regular security room. We're here, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. That would be my other guess. Huh. Okay. Well, from here I should be able to get you guys into where you need to go. As long as you can do it without being seen.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
I'll just need for something like this. I'll just need pictures and specific the specifications of the crystal itself. That should be all I need to break their security.
okay. And where do I find them again, or how do I feed them to you exactly, or?
Well, I mean, you have my number, so
Correct.
yeah, that should be fine as a method of delivery.
Okay. So wait, I might have just missed this.
You can open doors, is that what he said?
What was that? Sorry.
Did he say that he could open the door to the penthouse?
Alan?
You're asking? It says, yeah, I can get you in.
Okay, so then I just need to be in there physically, and I can just send you the info that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's plan on that. Can we take a look at quickly, is there any footage of what the penthouse state is currently at? Like number of people in there, that kind of stuff?
He shakes his head. There's no cameras on this system, at least, that show what's going on inside.
Okay.
They might be on a whole other system entirely, or they might not exist.
All right. Yeah, hopefully I'll be speaking with you soon then.
Yeah, be careful.
Yep. So yeah, I guess I'll gracefully log off.
You don't need to roll, since Bryce has kind of
All right.
given you access.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll log off. I guess I'll chime in on the comm links. Is like Darkstar, I need to get into the penthouse. Bryce is in the system and can open the door, but I think probably gonna need some backup. Maybe Bull at least.
All right.
Maybe.
Are you? Do you have to go back to that control room, or are you pretty much done there?
I believe I'm done as long as I get the info to Bryce that he needs. That should be it.
Okay. All right. Why don't you head back to the room with where Bull is, and just meet up with him. It might be good if we can to get the girls out of here.
Okay.
But I might be able to handle that. And Samson, if you would be so kind as to make your way over to the stairs, just start heading over this way if you can. Tagami, if you could do a little bit of crowd manipulation to make it a little easier for him to get over here quickly. Not blatantly parting the seas, but maybe just kind of get a little path with. She can kind of manipulate the crowd that way.
Yeah. She says, I'll do my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave the girls in the room up there.
That makes sense.
Can you, do you feel safe if I meet you, if I'm at the bottom of a fire pole? Would you feel safe setting them down?
I don't see why not. You mentioned something about Candy being unconscious, though. I don't know how that's going to work.
Okay, we'll head back to the room.
I could lower her down through the hole. Although you're weak and you couldn't catch her, so maybe that's the...
How are you going to lower her 3 stories?
Yeah, it's a 3-story
yeah,
drop.
maybe you could like tie her hands together around the pole, and then have her slide down, and me and Rose at the bottom could catch her. Rose has more strength than us.
Are we talking the second floor or the first floor we're trying to get her to?
Yeah, the pole goes all the way down to the first floor.
Well, I can't tie her hands and just let her go, because that'll probably kill her on the way down. Break her ankle or something. And who knows who's on the second floor? They see some girl tied to a pole, go shoot past.
Red or Bolvi, do either of you have any biotech?
Nope.
Biotech. Yes, I do.
Try to make a spelling sounds, makeshift.
Or just trying to revive her?
Yeah, maybe I can wake her up.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
head back to the room with Bull, scribble that note out, and try to see if you can wake her up.
Yep, sounds good.
And I'll have Sanson will head over towards the stairs.
Alright. Yeah,
And Sig will be Sig. We may need eyes with the spider bot. So if you can possibly start trying to see if you can tell if there's a certain number of people in that room. I noticed a shadow kind of pacing back and forth, but see if you can get a count on anyone in there, and We may need your help. We may be able to actually. All right. Here's an idea. Can your spider take pictures, Sig?
No, it cannot.
Okay. Right.
Useless.
Because I could try to like go in and try to talk to Johnny Five, and you could try to slip in the door when I come in and try to find this artifact.
Put my cell phone on front of it and duct tape it.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, if you can try to get a head count in that room.
Okay, so yeah, Sig will pilot the spider bot over towards the penthouse, I guess.
Okay. Give me a sensor test.
Sensor. Okay. So, do I get to use any pool with that?
Yeah, I guess if you want to use any control pool, since you're directly controlling. Yeah, you're not able to see anything. The whole enclosure is opaque.
Okay.
Yeah, you see like a shadow every now and again, but like it's hard to make out through the
Yeah, sorry,
spider
Dad's
bots.
not getting much info from the spider bot. I'll keep trying.
All right. If you can, maybe see if there's any like piping that's leading into that room. We might be able to. It's a long shot, but might be able to trace it back and get the spider bot through it.
Yeah, I mean, Red's moving out of the room and gonna head to the dorms.
Okay. You're gonna try to revive Candy.
Yes.
All right, give me a biotech. We'll say the target number is 6.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. Can't help her up. Does someone want to roll a body test for her? We'll say the target number is 4. And for each success, we'll see how long it takes for her to get up.
What does she have? 5?
5, yeah.
I guess additionally, I'm gonna work on that, scribbling together a note.
Okay.
Just say something like, the bitch spiked my drink, had to change the passcode. And then I'll just write the passcode underneath it.
All right. Let's see. What the hell would that be under? I guess give me a. Give me a computer check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
See how well you can set this up to look convincing. All right. Yeah, you put something like that down on his, I guess his phone. Yeah, and maybe tuck that back into his pocket. Okay.
So there's the body check up here.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, she'll probably wake up in like another half hour or something.
Okay. These guys, those guys in the room should still be out for a while now, so it might be, since Rose is with her, why doesn't we have Rose stay with her? When they wake up, just tell Rose to get both of them, just take the fire pole down and just head out of the building, you know, back to the cars that you guys showed up in, and wait there for us.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll. Hey, Rose, when Candy wakes up, just kind of get out of here as quick as you can and meet us at the cars. We still have a little bit of work that we need to do, but it's important that you guys get out of here. sooner rather than later.
All right. Yeah. We'll get the hell out of here.
Apologize to Candy for me if you would.
Yeah, I will.
Cool.
Is there more of these guys that we noticed that were with
We
this
don't-
group?
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, we don't know. We just know of 3 of them.
Yeah, unless if Red, one of the guys that you initially saw, isn't present with these 3.
Do I recognize any of the 3 clubbed together as one of the guys that I ran into?
I'll just go over and hold their heads up.
You recognize the ponytailed guy from when he accosted Candy that one time. The other 2 you don't recognize.
Gotcha. So yeah, I recognize the one. There could be more though. Definitely
Okay.
stay on our toes.
All right. You guys head over to the 3rd floor door of the penthouse.
Yep.
Samson and I are gonna head up the stairs to the 2nd floor door, and then we're just gonna give the message to Bryce, and we need to storm this place. I don't think there's any sweet talking Johnny 5 to see his magic crystal. So,
Could we use the stage performance? Like, she could call over the speakers, like, listen, everyone, I wanna blah blah. Like, she's gonna wrap up the show, but she wants, the owner to come down and thank him for such a great venue and whatever, and maybe get him to come outside.
yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's worth a shot at least to get Tagami to see if she can coax Johnny 5 out for an appearance.
Because I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, let's have her. If not, then we can just have her perform her loudest songs that she has to get the crowd as distracted as possible in case there's gunfire. All right, yeah, Tagami, let's see if you can work that charm to get Johnny 5 to make an appearance out here.
Says, I'll get him. Does someone want to make a charisma check for her? 776.
Dark Star, you got this.
Fuck it, I'm gonna spend my last karma.
Alright.
Nothing but spend my karma for other people. Okay.
Just because you're so perfect.
That's karma. Okay, so she wraps up her one song, and after that she gives a speech.
Speech.
About how great this place is, like how it's the best parties in town, and she's like, it's all thanks to Johnny 5, and everyone just starts chanting Johnny, 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 and it just starts deafening, and it's just reverberating the whole room. You're gonna return the spider bot to the stage. Just gonna crawl around all those people.
Oh, God damn it.
What the hell was that?
Wait, are people by the penthouse right now? Like Diff and
are you moving?
Well,
now?
we would be probably still by the dormitory, because if he's going to come down, we don't want to be hanging around the bottom of the stairs. So we're by the 3rd floor dorm, you could send it over that way.
yeah, I guess I'll send it towards Diff and let Diff know I'm doing that.
Okay.
Just so in case we have to get fuck out of here.
Hmm.
Better about behind.
Yeah, I can grab it. If you bring it down, I'll kind of head back over towards a wall by the side and kind of smile admiringly at Tagami on stage. And I'll kind of wait to feel it in my hand or something. As they say.
That's right. Okay, so this chanting goes on for a minute or two, and then you see the 2nd floor entrance of the penthouse open up, and you see Johnny 5 there. Still this sort of bright gold just reflecting off of him, and he walks out to the 2nd floor railing, maybe right here above the stage. And you see him sort of activate some sort of loudspeaker or some sort of voice modulation that lets him just speak 100 times louder than he can than normal voice, and he starts giving this sort of speech about, or he thanks everyone, especially Tagami, for showing up and you know, the class A star that she is.
As he as he starts talking, I'm going to tell everyone that I'm texting Bryce. I'm going to tell him to open the 3rd floor penthouse door.
Mm-hmm.
Bull and Red, get ready to get in there.
Yep. We'll
I
start.
doubt he's going to stay out here too long. So I'll kind of wait. I'll try to get in a position where I can maybe glimpse upwards, and
Is he on the penthouse level? You said, looking down.
he's on the 2nd floor.
Or is
He's
it
on the second floor.
But there's
Okay.
2 doors on the. There's one on the 2nd, one on the 3rd.
Okay.
And then I'll try to time it. I'll send the text like just before as they're approaching. So they
Okay,
don't
so
have
it's
time to stand up.
Red and Bull.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head there, and as you get within a foot or two of the door, you see the lock disengage, and it opens up.
Well. Yeah.
After you, sir. Age before beauty.
So you walk in, and at first, like, this bright light coming out from the door, and you walk in, and your eyes, you're sort of like, from the sort of gloom of the club, your eyes sort of adjust, and it's just like this sort of bright, like, just rows of bright white light, and sort of like, it's almost like a clean room kind of looking thing. But it's got like these rows of servers, and they're all blinking away and humming. And all the noise together is probably pretty loud. Not quite as loud as out in the club, but still almost deafening noise in here. All the cooling fans as well, and all that going off.
Yeah. I mean, I'll kind of explain to Bull what we're looking for, and give him the quick rundown, and I'll just kind of get right to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you start searching the top floor, and it's just sort of like rows of servers and stuff, all humming away. It doesn't look like anything's here. You see there's like a spiral staircase that goes down to the 2nd level, or the 2nd floor.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll kind of peek down to make sure that nobody's down there. If I don't see anybody, I'll kind of go ahead and move downstairs. And
Can we hear his speech outside, or is this room too loud?
You can hear his speech outside somewhat, but this place is very well insulated.
Okay.
You can't make out anything he's saying. Give me a perception check, both of you.
okay.
Okay. You guys hear... You guys hear voices from downstairs. Bullvi, you're sort of able to... Red, you just hear like these people talking back and forths pretty quickly. But Bullvi, you also put your ear to the ground, sort of, and you're able to distinguish like the voices sound artificial, like they're definitely coming from speakers or something, or some sort of sound system. It's not it's not like there's 2 live people downstairs.
If I listen for like a second, is it relevant conversation, or is it just chatter?
You're not able to make out what they're saying. It sounds like they're speaking pretty low.
Okay, I'll toss 3 grenades down, and then we'll keep going. Oops. No, wait. Yeah, so I guess I'll whisper to Red as we kind of move away from the stairwell. Like, does Bryce know where this thing is? Like, is it in a safe? Is it just sitting out in the open?
We don't exactly know, I don't think.
Can't he like scan the room or something and just see what's in here?
From what we talked about, we have to find it and send it to him. So
Okay, so he's useless. All right, good job. Let's keep going.
Yeah. I'll kind of dial into Darkstar and just be like, I need to know when he's going back in. We're moving to the second floor now.
Okay. Yep. I'll let you know as soon as he wraps up his speech. If he heads back in, Samson and I are gonna make a move up the stairs, and because I imagine confrontation is potentially imminent if he goes back in, so we may be there to help out. So.
Okay. Yeah, and so we'll get to searching the second floor, I guess.
Okay. You walk down. You start descending the stairs, and as soon as you get a few feet down, you're able to sort of peer underneath, and you see that the voices are coming from sort of the Tridio setup. It looks to be some sort of conference call, and immediately you sort of like recognize all the figures in the call look like the anonymous figures you saw in the
Shit.
Beep
Beep
call.
beep. Okay. Does it just like to be like a hologram projection, or
Yeah, it's like a 3D projection.
so I could be safe to assume that they can also see into here?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Or well, maybe they wouldn't. They probably wouldn't have vision of the entire room. They would have vision of where someone would stand if they were taking part in the call.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of make a motion to Bull to be quiet. And
The two biggest guys in the group go sneaking through.
hey, man. Yeah, and so we just, I guess we're just gonna be sneaking around, trying to look for this thing, trying to remain out of the sight of these guys. And
Are they like video monitors, like in RoboCop, where they like spin on the table?
No, they're 3D projections, almost full size. Okay, give me some stealth checks, boys.
Okay. Where's my stealth at 5? Yeah.
All red.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Okay, so Bolvi is sort of coming down the stairs behind you, Red. And maybe you get down to the bottom of the stairs, and maybe trip over something on the ground. And you hear.
And then I'll yell at them. I'll go, "You dumb fuck!"
You hear the voices on the from the conference call. They ask, "Johnny, are you back? What's the status? Where is she?"
Yeah, nothing. I don't think Bull or I are gonna say anything.
Keep sneaking.
Did I like full face plant? Like,
No, you didn't full face plant. You just sort of like knocked into like maybe there's like a table or something at the end of the stair or at the end of the stairs that you didn't see.
Did you see this
You
orc
knocked
face
over a vase or
the
something.
hologram?
Hey, it's Johnny. Hey.
Well,
Facelift.
I mean, I think you would be smart enough to assume, Red, that if everyone else is anonymous in the call, you would also be. Or, well, I guess since they knew him by name. Yeah, never mind.
Oh
actually, you
yeah,
wouldn't be.
they say the name.
You wouldn't assume that.
yeah. So I mean, maybe it's Johnny's pet cat that made a noise or something.
Just make a meowing sound.
Okay, so you wait. You just sort of wait. Hold
Yeah,
your breath.
Yeah.
Okay. After a minute or so, the people are like, "He's not here. We need to discuss alternative measures if he fails." And then they sort of like, very well, and they sort of like go back into talking more to themselves than out towards, Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's get to searching, I guess.
Okay, so you breathe out, and you look around the room. It looks like a pretty swanky sort of living quarters for one person. It's basically what you would expect in like a penthouse of a of a hotel or something. It's very nice, well furnished, very expensive, high tech sort of living environment. Everything's sort of clean, monotone colors. And you see over in one side of the room, there's this big glass display case, and it has what first looks to be like a model, but then you realize like it's way too complex to be a model. It's a fully full size suit of basically what are we called? Sort of powered armor. Yeah. You don't have any knowledge of like cybernetics or anything, or?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really a hero, and here we are ruining his attempts.
And you keep looking, and you see, sort of next to that is a sort of another case, and inside you see sort of like sort of nestled or like being held up by a sort of encasement. There's like this crystal thing under this glass, and it's like basically inside the focal point of these sort of multicolored lasers.
Okay. I think that's what we're looking for. Is it like it's in like a display case or something, right?
Yeah, it's basically in like a secured container.
Okay.
There's plenty of like wires and stuff coming out of it, but it's enclosed and bolted to the floor.
Okay. I forget. Did Bryce just need like a sequence of it, or?
Well, yeah, basically anything and everything. Like if you could get the actual specifications of the crystal itself, pictures would help. Yeah, any sort of like recent sequencings would help.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll take shots of the. I guess since I went to the first display case first that had the armor in it or whatever, I take pictures of that because that seems potentially relevant. And then I'll start taking some snapshots of the crystal and essentially sending everything Bryce's way.
Okay. So you get a message back, and it's like, "This is great. Is there any way you could get like a shot from like, or is there any way you could get any sort of recent sequencings or data on its actual structure?"
I can assume that the display case is somehow tripped up to like alarms or something. We'll have to.
Probably.
And I couldn't get the stuff that Bryce needs without actually physically accessing the crystal, right?
I mean, you could try hooking up to this thing and seeing if it has any information, has any diagnostics or anything like that.
Okay. And a video wouldn't necessarily help.
No, I mean, you've got pictures that
Okay.
encompass as much of it as you can.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try hooking up to it and see what I can get.
Okay. Downstairs, Dith and Sam, you hear Johnny sort of wrapping up his speech,
Perfect.
and telling Tagami that she's welcome back anytime, and that hopefully after the show's over, he'll hope that she hangs around the reality hackers.
Stitha quickly to Tagami. Tagami, see if you can get the crowd to coax him onto the stage for your famous ballad in honor of him. Yeah, it's Jay out there.
She hastily sails back. I don't have a ballad written about this. What? What?
The most romantic, sloppy romantic song you've got.
You can see, like, on stage, it's like she hasn't spoken for a little bit too long, but then she's like, "Wait, Johnny, wait, I have a perfect song," and she starts going to this song, and she's like, "I mean, please, the show's not complete unless you're experiencing it at wholesale. I'm sure you know that, Johnny."
Johnny.
You like poke your head out the door, Johnny. Does someone want to roll her? I guess charisma.
76, yeah.
Come on.
And we'll have Johnny roll his intelligence. All right. He sort of like looks a little, like maybe he's a little put off by this. He sort of turns to go back to the penthouse. But yeah, the crowd starts cheering.
Johnny.
And then he turns back and he's like, "Very well, how can I deny such an amazing person as yourself, Tagami?" And you see, like, he
jumps down, right?
jumps down.
Onto the floor. He's that cool.
I guess he sort of like stays up in his little parapet, but he like sort of connects up there, using this like solid gold data jack, as he is wont to do.
All right, I'll send a quick hey to Red and Bull that all right, bought a little bit more time, but hurry up in there.
All right, Red, you trying to look for a plug on this thing?
Yeah.
All right. It looks like whatever interfaces this thing has, it's not going to be that easy of just plugging something in. You're going to have to like try to finagle something.
By finagle, like a makeshift shift jack might do the trick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I brought one for a reason, so.
Okay, give me an electronics build repair.
Oh boy. Alright. Electronics is 4.
Let me just see if there is an actual rule for this. One sec.
They have a rating of 7, just so you
Okay.
know. So wait, do I roll the 7? Is that the, or do I roll the actual electronics?
I think you roll the electronics to daylight tap. Because fiber optics cannot be tapped, taps can only be set in certain places. Many devices are set to conduct burst data transmission. Deckers can use this device to create an illegal jackpoint. The rating of the tap must be equal to the MPCP of the deck being used. What's your MPCP rating? Is it 6?
Yeah, Red stepped away for a second.
Christ.
We can use my rolls of -10 on this. see how it goes.
Presents. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any hard set rules for it. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was up to me for the difficulty. There wasn't a set rule. Bathroom flooding again. That would suck.
Excuse me. My MCP rating is 7. Or PCP.
All right. You'll have to turn it down, I guess,
Why?
because your data line tap has to be the rating has
My
to be
data
equal
line
to.
taps are 7.
Oh, they are. I thought you said
Yeah.
6. Oh, okay.
Nope, they're 7.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, with that roll, it's gonna take you a little bit. You're gonna have to actually like splice 2 wires together to create like a jack point, so that you can plug into it.
How long are we thinking it's gonna take me? Like,
Maybe like a couple minutes.
well, we're gonna be cutting it close.
Boulevard,
worry,
is there anything you're doing during the interim?
No, I am not. I'm staying well away from trying to help.
Thanks, Paul.
The rest of you?
I'm gonna tell. Just mention to Dakami. Look, if you can add on the 4th chorus to the song, that'd be great. And just as much as put in everything you've got into this, because we don't want Johnny to get bored and like prematurely leave.
All right, without missing a beat, she sort of like radios back to you through her like internal system. She says, like, my shows are never boring or something like that. She goes back to playing.
Can I do like a finale pyrotechnics? Is there like a grand finale in store?
I mean, she has one set up. Do you want to activate it now?
Isn't this like the encore? Or is she singing to Johnny 5?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
we-
think
we
her
might-
show's
we might need it.
necessarily over.
We may need to get out of here though after this happens.
okay.
So.
Alright, yeah. Okay. We'll just keep chilling.
Okay.
I guess Sigil will start like at least putting away a lot of the gear back into the bags that they came in and stuff, just to kind of expedite an exit should need be.
Okay. So yeah, Red, you're there. You're just like working frantically. You're like mopping sweat off. You're like, got your little like snippers.
Clean room.
Yeah.
I can dab his I can dab his forehead at least.
Nice. Okay, good.
And hold his
Yeah, and
hair
you're
back.
working, and then you finally like tap together some wires. They're live, you tie them together, and then you plug in your data jack into this sort of haphazard thing you've created. Yeah. So it's not technically like as soon as you hook up your deck, and by extension your deck, to you, you immediately feel like this is not like a host per se. It's like something different. It's like simultaneously more complex and less complex, and you think that's like a defense and a for this thing, like another security layer, is that like it's purposely different from everything else. So you'll basically be just rolling computer. You're not technically decking. You're basically just using your deck as like.
So I can't
you
use
gotta
my
go.
deck pool either.
Yeah, you gotta go old school. You're sort of like hacking this
Fuck
thing.
you.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay. So. Oops. Yeah, give me some computer check. All right. All right. All right.
Success surrounded by failure.
Hey.
I said
Hey.
success.
Hey.
Have you used
Not
up?
used
Have you
yet.
used up your karma or anything?
I think I have 1 point left.
Okay.
I've got some I could give him. I'll whisper
If only
sweet
it worked
nothings
like
into his ear.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough to buy any extra dice for the test or anything. But I mean, you have one success, so you get it. But okay. Okay, so you sort of you manage to interface with this thing. You get down to you're basically like coding on the fly. You're like coding an API for your deck to like download whatever sort of data system this thing has, and it starts. You finally get it to work, and you push download, and it's starting to trickle this information. And then you hear sort of this like muffled robotic voice. And you look up from your task, and Bolvi, you look up from where you're frantically mopping his brow. And you see the armor start to move, and it like turns over and looks at you, Red. And you hear Johnny's voice from like the speaker on it or something. And it says, I knew there was a good reason I had this on tonight.
I'll whisper in Red's ear.
Hey.
Run. Just run.
And,
So wait, it's like attacking me through this program?
No.
It's an armored suit
It's physically going
in
to
the
be
room.
there.
Oh, good. Good. Okay.
So I just run out the door.
What?
Well, I think that's where we'll cliffhanger it.
Oh.
Wait, no, I'm going to call the shot on Johnny's head.
Take the shot.
Yeah, just take him out.
Shit.
Oh, so I'm not like necessarily like decking where I'm like not super aware of my surroundings.
Right, no,
Like,
you're
I'm-
still
So you're just
totally
typing on a keyboard.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay.
basically using it as a computer right now. Like the old school computer.
Turn it off.
Bryce, turn it off. Bryce, are you there? He's just gone.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Nice.
That's where we'll be. Alright, yeah. Well done. I know we forgot to do this last time. Is there any thing people want to make note of, or circumstantial karma?
It's Red. Seems like, I mean, bravery, guts. Just, I mean, he pretty much risked himself going up alone with Candy. You know, going into their central control room and busting into the system.
You know, right?
And also Bull for right place, right time to just get up and take out this 3 dudes.
I was gonna say one to
Because I
both
could've-
of them funny
I
by
could've-
taking their clothes off and stacking them.
Well, that was a combo between, because Jeff suggested it right before I said it. So it'd be half each, maybe. Because we're a team, right? So we make team decisions.
I mean, you were the one who had to do it.
That's true.
You had the power. Okay, yeah, I'd see that. Bullseye's a little behind on karma anyway, so you can get a right place, right time karma, and a humor and drama. And Red can get a guts.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like Death's been doing a pretty over the past 2 sessions. I think he's been doing a really good job of playing the like manager card and just like doing good at kind of faking it. I guess it's kind of what he does though. So it's
Who is this really?
yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he comes up with kind of on-the-spot decisions, like playing this concert for Johnny to keep him out of the room for a little while.
Yeah, that
Kind of,
was
like, made it
that was
possible
surprise.
that we could even get in there.
a surprising and effective strategy. Sure,
Yeah,
give you one for that, Jake.
because we'd both be dead 3 minutes ago rather than right now. So
Gave you those 3 minutes of life.
That's all you can ask for in Shadowrunning.
Cool. All right.
And maybe Candy gets one just for, for the team.
Rip candy.
Yeah, she got like beasted.
Yeah.
Damn. I forgot how like good stun batons were.
Yeah, they're pretty handy things.
Things
We're
to
all getting stun batons.
Cool. Nice, yeah. I think that's all she wrote.
So next week is Super Bowl?
No, it's in 2 weeks.
No,
Yeah.
we got 2 weeks.
So just throw that out there.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll probably take that Sunday off.
February 1st.
But I'm good for next week.
Sweet.
Yeah, I should be good. I think I'll be somewhere, but I might be able to get my laptop if the internet holds out. So
You better.
here's hoping, because we're right in the middle of something. So.
Yeah. I was kind of afraid, like, I thought like Samson and Bullvi would have been in that fight, but he didn't need him. I forgot how good Bullvi is at hand-to-hand.
Well, that magic could have got me. Like,
Yeah, the spells could
I
have
got
been...
4 willpower.
Yeah,
So
could have been good. Yeah, but awesome. Yeah, hopefully see you next week. Have everyone in.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.